know how to stop this. Hooligans lead the way with gasoline for the flame. The boogeyman at the gates with no regrets. He's insane. He's a ruler in a game. When it rains, it pours, and the core is raw. It bleeds, and I fear it's over. It's a force in motion, a never-ending ocean, and you think that it's the final thing you No remorse, it's over. No remorse, it's over. No remorse, it's over. No remorse, it's over. No But the devil's in disguise. It's in his hands and multiplies with no reason to his rhyme. There's no rhythm to his crimes. He will take what he finds. When it rains, it pours. Oh, and the core is raw. It bleeds, and I fear it's over. It's a force in motion.
What is up, hooligans? And happy freedom. Welcome to another episode of Coffee with Hooligans, where we try to make the news suck a little less. And I appreciate all of you guys being here. If you're over on Rumble, please hit that like button. More likes equals more hooligans. Now, before we get into the schedule, I want you guys to let me know, is these damn fans too loud? I'm sitting here sweating to death, trying not to die while covering the news. But if the fans are too loud, drop a 1 in the chat. If they're okay, drop a 2 in the chat. Drop that deuce in the chat. If everything is good to go, we're going to read through the schedule really quick, and then we'll see how you guys feel about all of it. Now, before we get any further, I want to give a huge shout out to Tori. Thank you so much for the PayPal. I really appreciate all the support. Thank you so much. We'll be starting off with a video titled Alzheimer's Disease Research Makes Early Diagnosis a Possibility. Apparently, you can go get some blood work done and see if you're losing your marbles or not. Then we got a video titled Tesla Rolls Out Robotaxis in Texas Test. Now, they did have ride-along individuals that were... Oh, what were they called? Oh, I have notes on it somewhere. I don't know. I can't find it right this second. Oh, safety monitors. That's what it is. It was apparently you can get a ride in a robotaxi for $4.20. Elon thinks he's funny. Either way. Then we got a video titled ChatGPT is linked to cognitive decline, says MIT research. That's what happened to old man Walter. He was using ChatGPT too much and it caused his cognitive decline. I'm pretty sure that's what happened. Then we got a quick video just for shits and giggles. It's titled NBC Hosts a Drag Queen Weather Report. They thought that was a good idea. I don't know if there's children involved, maybe backstage passes and whatnot. Either way, then we got another interesting video titled Mahmoud Khalil with private securities now back in the street crying about Palestine. AOC was saying he's just some poor father and want to go home and see his family. 2 days later, his bitch ass is in the streets. I don't know. Then we're going to do a midlife break funny video. It was provided by Donnie. It's titled Breaking News. Then getting back to the news, it's titled Caroline Leavitt shuts down claim by Dems. CNN, talking about CNN saying it was blatant lies. This all has to do with the Iran shit that's going on. The second video is a doubly. It's titled Putin condemns U.S. unprovoked strikes against Iran and offers assistance to the regime. And then we got a follow-up video titled Inside the Diddy Trial, Jurors See Explicit Freak-Off Footage. I don't know. It sounds like they're just traumatizing the jurors. Then we got a video titled Man opens fire outside a church before staff fatally shoots him. Good guys with guns for the win in this case. Then we'll be wrapping up the news, of course, with Lefties losing it. This one's titled Leftism ruins everything. That's just a true statement. Then, of course, we'll be getting into the fun stuff. We will be opening today's door of the Advent calendar sent to us by Zero. And we got two funny videos of the day. First one's titled AI is Getting Mean. And our official funny video of the day was provided by Simply Witchy. This one's titled JD Vance Going Off. All of that's coming up next. But first, we're going to hop in the chat, see if you hooligans think these fans are too fucking loud. We'll see how it goes. What is up, everyone, over on jeffmaclive.com. What's up, guys? What's up, Salty Ragu? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Snooks? What's up, Zero? What's up, Russell? And what's up, Hair Juicer? Happy freedom, you hooligans. Appreciate all of you guys being on the website. Let's see. This, what? I'm getting mixed results on the fans here. Hair Juicer, you sound like you're across the room. It's got to be the fans causing this issue. I'm going to have to turn them off. Either way, I'll deal with it here in a second. What is up, everyone over on Rumble? Snooks, you were first today. Appreciate everything you do for us, Snooks. What's up, Tony Brez? Happy freedom to you. What's up, MU? Appreciate you being here. What's up, Stoner? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Ghostly? Happy freedom. What's up, Crystals? Let me see. Scrolling through here. What's up, Elder Zoomer, if I can get y'all ready? What's up, Kevin? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Troutman? What's up, Disco? Appreciate you being here. What's up, Jenna? Happy freedom. Oh, let's see. Russell, you're omnipresent. What's up, Dutton? Happy freedom to you. Let's see. What's up, Dutton? Let's see. I don't hear the fans, but you sound... Yeah, see? It's the fan. It's got to be the fans causing that sound. What's up, Brian? What's up, Beck Frank? What's up, Ramsey? Happy freedom to you. We got another Brian. Happy freedom to you. You guys are confusing me about... I should have just did a test, and then I'd been able to figure it out. Either way. What's up, Zeus Boot? What's up, everyone over on Kick? Happy freedom to you. And what is up, everyone over on Twitch? What's up, TBD? Happy freedom. What's up, Tony Rich? Happy freedom to you. And what is up, everyone over on the Commie Tube? What's up, Toy Mafia? Happy freedom. What's up, Cheeky Chops? Happy freedom to you. Let me see. What's up, Brian? What's up, Richard? Happy freedom. What's up, Hair Juicy? You're omnipresent. Appreciate you. What's up, Shanti? Happy freedom. What's up, DeMarquise? Happy freedom to you. Sliding through. What's up, Sterling Heights? Happy freedom. I think you guys are misunderstanding what I'm saying. If I sound quiet and you can't hear the fans, it's the fans causing me to sound quiet. The problem with being an audio engineer and talking to people who aren't. What's up, Agent O? Happy freedom to you. And what is up, everyone over on X? We're going to go ahead and get started into things. I'll go cut these fans off. This first one's titled Alzheimer's Disease Research Makes Early Diagnosis a Possibility. I don't know if I got Alzheimer's disease or if I just hit my pen too often, but I wouldn't be surprised if I got the shits. You know, I can't remember anything. Anyways, before we get into this, I'm going to remind you, hooligans, we have these Hooligan Strong t-shirts. Now, this design was created by Alistair, and Alistair is a badass at just about everything he does. So I will be posting his link in all of the chats for you hooligans to have the opportunity to hire him for your creative needs, because if you think it, he can create it. Now, this design does come in shirts for men, shirts for women, tank tops for men, tank tops for women, pullover hoodies, zipper hoodies, coffee mugs, dog tags. We even made steel tumblers out of this design. Today I'm sweating to death in this Hooligan Badge t-shirt. We got lots of items and lots of designs over in the merch store. I'll be dropping the links in the chats while we're watching this first video.
A new blood test can detect a protein in the brain often associated with Alzheimer's disease. The test was developed by an Indiana University research team and, as our Donnie Burgess reports, makes early diagnosis of Alzheimer's a possibility.
IU School of Medicine researcher Dr. Jeff Dage and his team led development of the test, which tracks the protein from the brain into the bloodstream. Standard tests for Alzheimer's include cerebrospinal fluid analysis and brain imaging, but those are usually done at the end of life. They can also be expensive and hard to find.
But then some doctors use different labs, some doctors use different tests, and you could get a result from one lab or a result from another lab, and they're different numbers. You know, then how do you reconcile what they mean? It gets really confusing.
The blood test not only tracks the protein, but creates a more accessible testing option for people concerned about symptoms. The test has been approved by the Food and Drug Administration, which also means test results will be easier to understand.
And I say this a lot, it's all about accessibility. So we want to make this test available and accessible to as many people as possible. So FDA clearance really does that.
Dage says the next step in his research is discovering tests for other proteins in the brain.
It's really going to be, I think, really valuable in terms of a diagnostic workup, both for the positives, because then it'll be a more rapid route to potential therapies and treatment, and the negatives, because then you can really focus in on what can we do in terms of reversible causes.
For Indiana News Desk, I'm Donnie Burgess.
The Alzheimer's Association says more than 7 million Americans are living with the disease.
Okay, drop a 1 in the chat if that is better. I went and shut all the fans off, and I realized that the microphone was backwards because I moved everything around. That shit happens. Either way. Talking about the story here with the Alzheimer's disease. Like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if I had Alzheimer's disease by the time I get old. I can't remember anything. And I do everything to try and remember shit. I got sticky notes. I have reminders on my damn phone. I got stupid Google bots all over the fucking house. I ask you hooligans to remind me of shit, like turning the fucking chat on the screen, because I can't remember anything. So I don't know if I got early stages of Alzheimer's. I don't know if it's the aluminum in my deodorant, or I don't know if I be hitting my pen too much. I'm not exactly sure, but either way, these tests supposedly are going to be a good way to tell if you have any kind of those proteins in your system that are common with those that have Alzheimer's disease. It's supposed to be good, but it says it's approved by the FDA. Everything approved by the FDA gives you fucking cancer, so I don't know. I don't know. Either way, then we got video coming up titled Tesla rolls out robotaxis in Texas test. Now, this was a limited area, but they give you a flat fee of $4.20 if you wanted to ride. They claim it's safe, but then they say there's no children allowed on board because they don't know if it's really that safe. Either way, that's what's coming up next. First, we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about this new possibility of diagnosis if you have Alzheimer's. Snooks, you just need lots of sex to clear your brain. Snooks, if I could get sex at the grocery store for, in a 6-pack, I'd be stocked up. But that's not how shit works around here. Yeah, 0420. And it's interesting because I think the news they either didn't realize that was the joke, or they wanted to downplay how funny it was. They were like, it's $4.20. They don't even say cents because I think it's some British reporter or whatever the fuck. But yeah, salt ragu with a 710. See, that'd have been much cooler. Hair juicer, it is better. Thank you, hooligans, for letting me know. Snooks, you play with your chapstick too much. There's no such thing. There's no such thing. Snooks, I demand that you put the fans back on. I can't do that. The live comes first. Stoner, I still hear a fan. Maybe it's the computer. Probably. If you can hear a fan, it's probably the computer. So, Peyton, happy freedom. What's up, Bill Clay? Happy freedom to you. Jeff has OnlyFans? What's going on here? Not yet, but when I get it all set up, it's going to be 40 hours of just watching me clean my house in an apron. Oh, bitches love that shit. What's up, We Win? Happy freedom? It'll be okay. What's up, Xterra? Happy freedom? I'm glad we got the audio fixed. I listened to it on my phone so I could try and diagnose it while we were watching that video. Stoner, that guy's wig is silly. He's trying to get the views. Dutton, it'll be fine. I've been feeling like shit all day today, so we'll just make it through the live, and then I'll just go put my nuggets back on the AC. It'll be all good. What's up, Tony Rez? Happy freedom. What's up, Meta? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Nucking Futz? Happy freedom. What's up, J-Dog? Happy freedom to you. Don't fuck with the U.S. Don't fuck with Trump. That's right, J-Dog. What's up, Corey Luca? Happy freedom. It's going to hit 100 in your GR on the ride home from work. Ah, man. Well, I hope that's inaccurate. I hope it doesn't actually reach 100. May you have a quick trip to the AC unit. What's up, Vinny C? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Shannon? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Panzer? What's up, Tap? Happy Freedom. Appreciate all of you hooligans being here. Let's get those likes up. X has been so dead lately. I wish X would redo the way their lives work. The like chat and all that is not that great. Russell, I sell feed pics, but nobody's bought any though. Russell, don't put me on the spot like that. Russell, it was 103 when I left work. Why'd you leave work? 103 is too much. I'd be dead. They'd have to pronounce me dead at the scene. What's up, Plastic Quack? Happy Freedom. Kevin, Jeff's going to look like an old piece of dried up leather by the end of the stream. It'll be all right. It'll be all right. We'll make it. We'll make it. We're going to go ahead and move forward here. This next one, like I said, Tesla rolls out robotaxis in Texas test. Now, I don't know. I don't like the way people drive, but I don't really want the cars driving themselves. You know, I'm just saying. Of course, we'll see how long this lasts, because, of course, the bureaucrats got involved, and now they're passing legislation about self-driving vehicles. But either way, hit that like button over on Rumble as well as the CommuTube, and let's get into this.
Tesla robotaxis have picked up their first customers. The firm said Sunday it had deployed a small fleet of the self-driving vehicles in Austin, Texas, with boss Elon Musk announcing the move on social media. A select group of influencers had been invited to take part in the rides, and some soon started posting videos. It marked the first time that Tesla cars have carried paying riders without a human driver. Musk says that's a business that is crucial to the company's future, and called it the culmination of a decade of hard work. Tesla cars were spotted early Sunday in an Austin neighborhood called South Congress. Though they had no driver, they each had someone in the front passenger seat. The automaker says they are safety monitors, but it's unclear how much control they have over the cars. Musk says trips in the vehicles are being offered at a flat fee of $4.20, with the robotaxis confined to a limited zone. Even if the trial succeeds, experts say Tesla faces huge challenges scaling up in Austin and other cities. One estimated it could take years or decades for a full robotaxi industry to emerge. Musk says Tesla will be super paranoid about safety, avoiding bad weather and difficult intersections. The cars also won't carry children. Last week, Texas Governor Greg Abbott signed legislation requiring a state permit to operate self-driving vehicles. The new law takes effect from September 1st and signals that officials from both parties want the industry to proceed cautiously. Besides requiring permits, it obligates firms to explain how first responders can deal with their vehicles in an emergency.
Okay. I don't know, doing some testing. They're saying it'll be a while before it's mainstream, but like I said, I don't know if I could trust that. I have a hard time just riding with other people. I got a buddy that drives fucking crazy. I hate getting in the car with him. I hate it. He drives too fast, no turning signals. You never know what the hell's going to happen. He doesn't take shit very serious, so I don't know. You know, but I think I'd still ride with him over getting in a car with no driver. I don't know. I just don't like the idea of that. It's one thing to like smoke yourself. It's another to trust an individual to smoke you, but to just rely on the manufacturer's car. And I seen somebody was testing this stuff, and it was with the older model of Tesla. There's a bunch of videos on YouTube with people doing this, but apparently Tesla's self-driving features don't see buses that are stopped. So if like when a bus stops and it puts up the stop sign you're not supposed to pass on either lane, you're supposed to give like 5 feet or 5 car lengths or some shit. Apparently the Teslas don't see it, so they'll just blow through. And if you're letting the car drive itself and a bus stops and put out the stop sign, you have to manually stop the car, or else it's going to just blow through it. And what happens when you smoke a kid? You go blame the Tesla because the judge isn't going to. So I don't know. $4.20, you can't beat it though. So either way, ChatGPT use linked to cognitive decline. It says MIT research. It's coming up next, but first we're gonna hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about these robo taxis that Tesla is trying to put out here. I wonder how many people are typing right now saying they trust auto driving cars than women driving. We'll see. Zero super paranoid because of 420. Yeah, I don't know. They missed it there. You know, they could have said something about that, but instead they were just like $4.20. Yeah, he made the fee $4.20 because he thought it was funny. Russell Musk is on the forefront as usual. Yeah. Well, and I wonder how this is going to go because, like they say in the video, like this is a new thing. It'll take a while before it becomes mainstream and all of that. And then Greg Abbott just passed something. Let me see what the notes say here. He made it so on September 1st in Texas, you will be required a state permit to operate a self-driving vehicle. Now, I don't know if that means you individually, like if you buy a Tesla, you got to get a state permit now in order to let your Tesla do the self-driving, or if they mean that Elon himself will have to get a permit for the Tesla factory so the cars they manufacture are allowed to have the self-driving feature. But either way, they're passing legislation that interferes with the self-driving stuff. So like what happens if he does all this testing and then they turn around and say no? They just reject his application for a permit and say no, you can't have self-driving cars here. So I don't know, it's weird. It's all futuristic. Hair juicer 102 index, love welding, dropping out of college was the best decision of my life. Hair juicer, I don't know, I can't stand being hot either. You could be like Russell, would be out here slinging those feet pics, selling those toes on the internet. Russell, auto driving cars are much more trustable than women drivers. You're putting me on the spot here, Russell. I knew there was gonna be somebody to say that stuff. We're waiting for the studies, okay? We're waiting for the studies to be conducted. We can't make decisions on that quite yet. We'll know here in the future. What's up, Pumpkin? Happy freedom. What's up, Free the Texan? Happy freedom to you. Done, the best self-driving vehicles is horse and buggy. I agree. I don't really like horses. They scare the fuck out of me, but yeah, I believe you. Ramsey Waymo has been around for a while. Is that the other company that has self-driving vehicles? We covered a story about one getting in a car accident or something like that and then driving away. And when they stopped the vehicle, there was nobody in the car. It was just the car driving itself. And then they were talking about how they couldn't give the car a citation because you can't write tickets to a car. You got to write it to a person. But there was no person. So then nobody got a ticket. And they didn't really give us a conclusion of what happened because the car got in a car accident. Somebody needs to be blamed, but it kind of sounded like they weren't going to blame anybody because there wasn't any driver. What's up, Mike T? Happy freedom. My feed. They burnt 4 in LA. You talking about the Waymo cars? I don't know anything about that stuff. Brian, that's hilarious. I've never seen Chinese drivers, but I've heard a lot about them. What's up, Shroomish? Happy freedom to you. Shroomish, the kids shouldn't be jaywalking. They should use the crosswalk. That's not going to fly in court. It's not how it's going to work. Beck Frank, just bring on the flying cars already. I don't know what that'd be like. Just have some asshole crash into your house 6 a.m. in the morning on the way to work. You wake up, you're like, what the fuck? They're trying to flee the scene. I don't know. The police don't believe you. We'll see how it turns out. Stoner, you can smoke weed in driverless taxis? What? Why? Do you think that, or is there some place where that's legal? You can't legally do, like, if they had Waymo taxis or whatever it is, these self-driving cars here in Michigan where weed is legal, you still could not smoke in the car. You can't smoke in vehicles. So it doesn't matter if the car is on, not on, you're driving, your buddy's driving, the car is driving itself. Can't smoke in the car. They don't let you. Rappy is too humid here in Tennessee also. You gotta sit on an ice pack. That's how you do it. Just tuck it right up into the nuggets. You'd be good. I'm telling you, if I had a front pocket, it'd be full of ice packs right now. Tony Reyes, 73 and beautiful outside. Badass. Enjoy that weather. Stoner, who's going to stop you? The police? They're going to shoot me through the back window. Snooks, I've smoked weed in limos, fun times. I suppose. Bill Clay, it'll be like the movie Maximum Overdrive where the trucks start attacking people. Fun stuff to look forward to. Stunner ain't no driver to say nothing. I mean, that's true. Fodders, happy freedom to you. It's storming like crazy in mid-Wisconsin. Ah, man. That means that we're going to get storms because I'm just across the lake from you. Never stopped me from smoking in a vehicle. Blunt cruises back in the day. I used to do that stuff when I was younger. I don't do that stuff now. I don't want to get caught. I don't want to be in trouble. I don't want to go to jail. I don't want them to make me go to fucking NA classes and stupid shit like that. I don't know. Plus, if I'm carrying a gun, I can't have weed and shit. So do I want something that's going to protect my life if I need it, or I want something to make me brain dead while I'm driving? And, you know, you can't have both. I'd rather carry a gun than carry weed. So you start getting attacked, you reach in your pocket, you're like, oh, fuck. Today's the day I brought the weed. It's like, just get fucking smoked. It's no good. Snooks, you're going to have freeze-dried nuggets. I don't care. I don't give a shit. It's much better than dying of heat. Dutton, you got busted at home? How does that happen? Meta 6 Waymo cars were set on fire in the LA's peaceful protests. I knew they were setting cars on fire. I didn't realize they were Waymo cars. What's up, Interstate? Happy freedom to you. Junk, all electric cars and the semis. Yeah. Guess who? Trump announced a ceasefire between Israel and Iran. That's cool. I figured that was coming. Hey, you know the Keister ice pack? I mean, I guess it depends where you slide it. What's up, Mr. Lynn? Happy freedom to you. Corey Luca, back at your next best place, put an ice pack. I know. Sometimes I'll sit here and have it gripped up under my armpit, but today it's desperate measures require desperate solutions. I got 3 more in the freezer in case I need backup. Tony Rich over here on X, appreciate you. Zero, yay, no snow. I don't know. I saw Glamour was live earlier. She was talking about how she's so excited for snow. I'm hot as fuck, but I ain't excited about snow. I'm not. I am not excited about snow. Fuck that. What's up, Neon Love Machine? Happy freedom to you. We're going to go ahead and move forward here. Like I was saying, ChatGPT, the use is linked to cognitive decline. Now, I think this is a little bit too early for them to actually have research on this, but I wouldn't be surprised considering letting AI think for you. Why would that be good for you, right? So, I don't know. Either way, it's coming up next. First, I want to remind you, hooligans, if you'd like to participate in Free Speech Saturday, make sure you post all of your memes over on Discord or on jeffmaclive.com. Just hop in the group chats on either platform. You'll see the tabs labeled memes. Drop what you got and we'll shout you out as we're making Saturdays more fun. Let's get this pulled up. And I believe this shit. Everybody wants the AI to do all the thinking for them, and then people are surprised people are getting dumber. No, of course they're getting dumber. Why should you think if the bots will do it? Hit that like button over on Rumble as well as the CommuTube, and let's get into this.
Finally tonight, artificial intelligence may make your life easier, but does that come with a cost? New research from MIT says the use of ChatGPT may lead to cognitive decline. The study claims it can harm your critical thinking over time.
Researchers asked 3 groups to write several SAT essays. The one group used AI, the second group used a Google search engine, and the last group was brain-only group.
Now, researchers say those who used ChatGPT over a few months had the lowest brain engagement and, quote, consistently underperformed at neutral, linguistic, and behavioral levels. Wow. I mean, well, the more you know, because
the more you know,
or the more you don't know with ChatGPT is the truth, right?
Yeah, that is true, because I know you and I, we use ChatGPT sometimes.
We do. Don't want to out ourselves here, but yes, right. we do use it from time to time.
Now,
I don't know why they're sitting. It's like they're proving the point. We use ChatGPT. Okay, all right, sitting there cackling about fucking nothing. Anyways, like I said, this doesn't really surprise me at all. You know, they're saying it hurts your critical thinking. Well, yeah, instead of saying, well, I have a problem, what are we going to do about it? And then you sit there and think about it, you brainstorm it. Instead, you go, let's ask the fucking robot. And then whatever the robot says, you're just like, that's the only way to do it. So yeah, not real surprising. They're saying that there's another part of our brain that's being affected since we've been staring at screens, because apparently your brain reacts differently to reading words on paper versus reading words from a lit up screen. And now most of us are doing most of our reading on a screen versus looking at paper and you know, words on a sheet of paper and stuff like that. So I'm not surprised that this is happening at all. Eventually people won't Google things anymore. It's already getting that way, where you can Google something and instead of going to a website, you just see the summarized answer by whatever the robot's called. All of the search engines are doing that right now, where they give you some AI summary, right? Or like Grok. Grok is right there on X, and now you can just tag Grok when you see an article or anything, even a video where there's no context. You can just ask Grok, what is going on here? And it will try and gather as much information as possible and explain the video or the image or whatever the article is, and try to tell you whether it's photoshopped or not, or it's real or it's old or whatever it may be. And it gets shit wrong all the time. But when people trust this stuff, they're not worried about it getting wrong. They're just doing whatever the robot says. And that's kind of a scary trend for all of us to get into, to be like, yeah, should we drink bleach to cure the COVID or whatever? And the robot's like, yeah, do it. And you're like, all right. Like, I don't know. It's not good. Don't trust the robots. They're not worth it. Next up, NBC hosts a drag queen weather report. We're just going to cover this just for the sake of covering it. It's coming up next. But first, we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about AI use causing you to have a cognitive decline. Zero, your brain is a muscle. Use it or lose it. And that's right. Russell, I'd much rather have sweaty boobs than hard nipples. I don't like being hot. I don't like it. Snooks, I like to do my own research on things. Yeah, I like to find a couple resources. Fodders, my freaking Google AI GPT insults me all the time, telling me that it's missing data. Yeah. I don't know. I don't think the AI stuff is that great. Neon Love Machine asks Grok, which two are not holidays? Kwanzaa, Juneteenth, or Toyotathon? Yeah, I seen someone doing that on X. Beck Frank, I've been using ChatGPT for 2 weeks, and a lot of learn a fair bit. Wait a minute. You can learn. I don't know what this is saying. Hold on, the chat's moving. Learn a fair bit about you. The spelling mistakes in which it creates an image are terrible. Yeah, see, and I only use it for code, and I tell you guys that all the time. I don't really need AI for anything outside of writing code, and it fucks it up. It makes a bunch of shit that doesn't work. And so, I don't know. To me, it's just not useful. Alistair is the only person I've seen to extensively use AI language learning models and have a lot of success with it. Anytime I do it, I'm just like, come on, stupid robot, do the damn thing I'm trying to get you to do. And it can't. It just can't do it. Zealous Fox, happy freedom to you. AI is soulless trash. Yeah. I still think they're just propping it up, just waiting to knock it down, blaming it for excuses for shit with the government. Like, I think that I've been saying this for more than a year at this point. I think one day some shit's going to come out about the government, about people on Capitol Hill, bad shit, and they're all going to blame AI for it. They're going to say it's not real, it was AI generated content, AI video, blah, 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 blah. And I really think that's what they're going to do, because AI is not that fucking great. They want you to be afraid of it, meaning it's a big scary thing that can come get you, and they want you to think it's super smart, that you don't need to run a business, let the AI do it. You don't need to search through articles and websites and shit, let the AI summarize it for you, and so on and so forth. And then I think they're going to turn around and say, oh, we got to restrict it because all these fake images and fake videos of politicians banging kids and shit, oh, that was just AI shit, now we need to ban it. And I really think that's what they're going to do with it, because it just doesn't seem that great. What's up, Silver Wolf? Happy freedom to you. Yeah, Love Machine, my buddy told AI to make a song by the Chili Peppers about me, and in 2 seconds, it made a song about me. Anthony was singing it. Yeah, Edward does that a lot. He's got like 30 songs uploaded over on the website, and they're all right. Some of them are pretty cool. Crit Kiss, AI needs reference points of information that we created. Yeah. It seems like a big part of AI is like creating the boundaries. Like being able to trust what the variables are. Because either it doesn't give you what you're looking for, or it gives you more information than they intended you to have. So sometimes I have issues with these AI bots where you could ask it to provide you with somebody's phone number or their address or their social security number, or, you know, find their voter ID credentials, because that's public information, and look for shit like that and have AI actually produce the information. Now it's aiding criminals and stuff like that. Bill Clay, let Skynet take care of it. I don't know. The Microsoft AI was good at making nightmare fuel pics. I don't think I've seen any of that. Pumpkin, I kind of like the robot dogs. I don't know how to feel about the robot dogs. I wonder how much they weigh. That's what I wonder, is how much do they weigh? Because if they're heavy enough, that is dangerous. These little things that can gallop around and all that, if they're heavy enough, they could be a dangerous thing. What's up, Viola? Happy Freedom. Meta, I like ChatGPT, use it for research, and I've learned a lot. Don't agree as long as you don't rely 100% on it. I fact check everything. Yeah, but then you're just doubling everything up, and not everybody's willing to do that. And that's the problem, is most people, because you got to think, like, normies out here hear news from Uncle John, who lives down the fucking street in a crack house, and, oh, did you hear what Trump did? And they're just like, oh, yeah, and so then they walk around repeating it. Oh, my uncle told me that this fucking happened. These are the same people using AI. AI is like, yeah, stick your finger in your butt, it'll cure cancer. And you just, you know, you see Ted walking around with his fingers up his ass. You're like, what's happening? He's like, wow, they told me I was going to cure cancer. Like, oh, all right. Because people don't double check shit. A lot of people are lazy. What's up, Southern Eagleman? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Ice? Happy freedom to you. What's up, WMM? Happy freedom. What's up, Fitzer? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Vinyl? AI is going to be the pawn. I think so. What's up, Paradox? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Tex Vet? What's up, Kay? Happy freedom. What's up, Watchman? Thank you for sharing the live. You're not that late. We're only on like the second story. Floating in a pool. That's badass. I wish I was floating in a pool. Sitting here dying. Zero, I downloaded all of Edward's songs. That's cool. We were going to put a playlist, but the embedment code was, I don't know, it like broke the chat. Fodder, my uncle told me that Trump's awesome. I love my uncle. Your uncle's right. All right, Hooligans, we're going to move forward here. Like I said, this next one, I don't know, we might just play these next two back to back just because. This next one's NBC hosted a drag queen weather report. Now, I don't know if they do this every day, but they did it, and I don't like it. And because I had to see it, you guys get to see it too. Hit that like button over on Rumble as well as the CommuTube, and let's get into this.
Hello, everybody. I am Chartreuse Money, and today, as current temperatures right here, Saturday, it's 2:40 p.m., honey. It is 80 degrees here in Portland right now, honey, and we are feeling the effects. The sun is out. All it took was a pride parade to bring the sunshine out today, but honey, it is hot all over the state. We got 78 degrees in Lewiston. I know the people of Lewiston, Auburn are probably celebrating and jumping in the river. Please don't do that. Be safe, because it is hot, 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 and we need to find relief. Sanford's 81. Portsmouth down in New Hampshire is a lovely 83. Honey, the water is 56 degrees, okay? Now, I know what you're thinking. That sounds so tropical, but you still got to be careful, okay? Hypothermia is real, so take it easy. 78 degrees in Waterville, 71 degrees in Greenville, and 76 in Millinocket. And shout out to my friends up in Caribou. I see you up there, Caribou. It's 73 degrees up there. Hope you're having a good old time. Hello, everybody.
I Aren't you guys glad that I showed you that? Now, I don't think we're going to have a follow-up on that video there. I just don't think so. I don't know what they're doing over on the left coast. They're doing too damn much. They need to go sit down somewhere. Nobody wants to see that goofy-ass shit. Either way, moving forward here to shit that matters a little more. This next video is Mahmoud Khalil with private security is now back in the streets crying about Palestine. Now, the last time we covered Mahmoud Khalil, he was being freed from the ICE detention center because some judge said so. Of course, AOC was there to, cuddle his nuggets and kiss his little butt cheekers and stuff and talk about how this poor man was abducted by ICE and he just wants to go home to see his newborn baby and his family. Well, here he is out here in the streets protesting again, crying about Palestine. Go ahead and hit that like button if you haven't, and let's get into this.
You can hide! Colombia, you can hide! You're supporting genocide! You're supporting genocide! You're supporting genocide! You're supporting genocide!
Guys, move this way! Move! Going this way. I'm sorry, man. I got you.
Where do you think you got the money for the private security and all that shit? I don't know. Seems kind of weird. Like I said, AOC was sitting there crying next to him about how he just wants to go home to his family and be with his newborn baby. She's out there posting on X talking about how Mahmoud Khalil had to listen to his kid being born over the phone. How he wasn't able to see his kid unless he got visitation and shit like that. And then as soon as he gets free, he's back out in the streets doing dumb shit. And he's not even hanging out with the protesters. He's kind of doing like a Greta Thunberg kind of thing where he's there and he's influencing the crowd and then he just takes the fuck off. He's not really dedicated to the bullshit. And again, he's like iconic now. He shows up, everybody gets all riled up. He's got his private security and he just hops in the truck and leaves. It's like Obama showed up to the shit. I don't know. That doesn't seem right to me. I thought he was a poor Columbia student. Like, I don't know. Doesn't seem right. I think I should go pick him up since he's illegal on the streets now. Anyways, next up, we got our midlife break. It's provided by Donnie. It's titled Breaking News. It's coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about Mahmoud Khalil going back to crying about Palestine. Zero, you're supporting genocide. Then cheers. Yeah, Zero, I know. Silver Wolf face diaper, sick. I know. Why is, I don't know. People being outside with masks. People wearing masks without working freaks me out. Russ, I wish my nuggets were cradled like his. I know. Nothing like getting that special treatment. Zero face made for radio. I don't know what NBC's doing with their news. I don't know. Drag queens doing the weather. It's not going to help things. Zero, of course, Portland. Yeah. Russell, I got to use a bomb robot to survey a field. It was cool. That's cool. That is cool. I've never operated a robot. What's up, Pipelines Drifter? Happy Freedom. Crickis, yeah, whose ride was that? I don't know. He didn't look like that before getting arrested. He wasn't walking around with private security. He wasn't driving around in Escalades. Like, he got money while he was locked up. Like, what happened? I don't know. What's up, Patriot Dad? Happy Freedom. He got in a vehicle worth as much as my house. Yeah. How did that come to be? Fodder. I I love how they're all hyped up, and he's just texting on his phone in the middle of them. Yeah, like he's some celebrity or something. I don't know. It reminds me of the Greta Thunberg or Thunberg or however the fuck you say her name, where he's like, he's there, he's like, yeah, we care a lot about this. All right, guys, gotta go. See you later. And just dips out. Freely texting, you'd think he would have learned. Yeah, we'll see how he feels when he gets deported. He has no legal status here. The only reason he is still here is because he's waiting to go to court in New Jersey because he lied on his visa or whatever it is. Pumpkin. Oh, he's asking to be arrested. Yeah, I think so. Need to call that ICE hotline. Yeah, I love machine. I support deodorant. Yeah. Done. Rumble saved you. It crashed right before the drag queen got on the screen. You're lucky. You guys are hilarious. Fodder, he's texting Kamala for bail. He's getting everything set up. Mamu Khalil is way too arrogant. Yeah. What's up, Bull Moose? Happy freedom to you. Yeah, I don't know. I can't believe that. They're acting like he was kidnapped by ICE and all this shit. And oh my God, it was so scary the way the government treated him. And it was all because he was out there being an activist that was promoting pro-Hamas nonsense. And then 2 days after he's free, he goes right back to doing it. I don't know. I don't know. Does he not realize that the president just bombed another country? I'm sure he's not concerned with picking up this guy. He'd do it again. He did it the first time. He'll do it again. Knucking fights. People enjoy watching shapeshifters because they get to realize they may have mental illness, but at least it's not that bad. I don't know. I think it's awful. Final. Storm is by the lake here, and I live near the lake, so it's heading your way, buddy. Yeah. I wonder how long it'll take to get here. What time is it? Almost 7 o'clock. It'll probably be raining tonight. What's up, El Bardo? Happy freedom. What's up, Rhyme Time? Happy freedom to you. What's up, John? Watchman, he's violating his visa by doing this. Yeah, he is. But his legal status was revoked by Rubio. And so, like I said, the only reason he's still here and not deported is because he's waiting trial. As soon as he gets through with trial, then they can go ahead and do their due process and kick him out because he violated his legal status when he got picked up the first time. We'll see if accountability comes home with those cigarettes they left to go by. You know, it's just the way it is. Zero send his wife and his kid with him. His wife, well, I don't know. Yeah, his wife and his kid both are legal because his wife is an American, and that means his kid is half American, and so his kid's got legal status, but he don't. So eventually he's gonna get kicked out. I don't know what these yahoos are thinking, but he's gonna get kicked out. I mean, unless we're just gonna keep letting shit roll. You know, we're mass deportation where we don't kick the illegals out of the country. I mean, unless we're doing that, which it kind of seems that way. Either way, moving forward, like I said, we got a mid-live break where we're going to just play a funny video just because. But before we do this, I want to remind you, hooligans, that our friend Larry, he is in need of a kidney transplant. And if you hooligans think you can help Larry in any kind of way, I want you to please check out this link that will take you to a page that I created on the website with all of Larry's details, because Larry really needs our help. So please go check this out if you think there's any way you can help Larry. Alright, like I said, we're just going to play a funny video just because. Let's see here. I don't remember what this is, but that's okay. This was provided by Donnie, and this is titled Breaking News.
Breaking news out of Cornbread County, a tornado has touched down in the Waffle House parking lot, and the line cooks are currently fistfighting the storm. Stay tuned.
All right. Getting back to the news here. Next up, we got Caroline Leavitt shuts down claims by the Dems, as well as CNN, saying it is all blatant lies. They're going to be talking about the bombs dropping in Iran. They're going to be talking about Dems crying that they were never given notice before the bombs fell. They're also going to talk about how Obama bombed Libya and he didn't need Congress or anybody else's permission to do that shit, and nobody cared when he did it, but man, they care when Trump does it. Either way, hit that like button over on Rumble as well as the CommuTube, and let's get into this.
A Fox News alert, President Trump gathering his National Security Council at the White House today as he doubles down on his campaign promise, making the world a safer place after the epic takedown of Iran's major nuclear sites. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt joins us now. Caroline, I know the president seems very pleased by the results so far. What do we know about the effectiveness of the attack that's been relayed to you?
Mm-hmm. The president is pleased, the country is pleased, and frankly, Brian, the whole world should be pleased with the courageous action that President Trump and our United States military took on Saturday night. I want to thank, and the president wants to thank, the brave pilots who flew nearly 40 hours and more than 7,000 miles from the middle of America to the Middle East to conduct this highly successful and complex precision strikes on Iran's nuclear facilities. This is an operation that presidents of the past have dreamed about, but no president had the guts to actually do it. But President Trump did, to take away this imminent threat, not just to the state of Israel, but to the United States and the rest of the world. So the country is a safer place today because of the president's bold action, and he has prevented a nuclear conflict. He has prevented a rogue radical regime from obtaining a nuclear bomb and threatening our people.
So I know the president's very decisive, but he also likes listening to all angles. And he's used to Democrats fighting against him. How much harder was the decision when you have people like Steve Bannon coming over for lunch saying don't do it, Marjorie Taylor Greene saying don't do it, and other voices like that? How did the president digest all that, knowing these people weren't necessarily against him, they're against pending action he more than likely was going to take?
One of the great things that makes President Trump a great leader is his ability to listen to people with different perspectives, but then ultimately make a decision based on his own instinct and the intelligence that he saw. And he saw, based on U.S. intelligence, that Iran is just weeks away from obtaining a nuclear weapon. And President Trump has been saying his entire life, not just as a presidential candidate or as president of the United States twice, but also as a private citizen, that Iran cannot obtain a nuclear weapon. And that's something that leaders around this world and on both sides of the political aisle agree with. Again, presidents dating back to Democrat Bill Clinton have said that Iran cannot obtain a nuclear weapon, but none of them had the courage to actually do something about it, and President Trump did. And nobody knows what it means to accomplish peace through strength better than President Trump. He is the one who came up with that motto and that foreign policy doctrine, and he successfully implemented it in his first term. And this is one of many steps he is taking to successfully implement peace in his second term. The president wants to see a peaceful and prosperous Middle East. He talked about that extensively when we took that historic trip to Saudi Arabia, and he talked about how the Iranian terrorist regime was bringing down the rest of the region, and our Gulf partners and allies agree with that sentiment. So the president wants peace. Sometimes you have to use strength to achieve it, and he's not afraid to use strength. And as Saturday night proved, the United States has the best and most lethal fighting force in the history of the world, and we can use it if we must.
So the president tweeted out the next day, and I agree with you, by the way, and I think most everyone watching does, says it's not politically correct to use the term regime change, but if the current Iranian regime is unable to make Iran great again, why wouldn't there be a regime change? Does he think we should do that? Is he asking the Iranian people to do that? What's he saying there?
The president believes the Iranian people can control their own destiny. And what he said last night makes complete sense. If the Iranian regime refuses to come to a peaceful diplomatic solution, which the president is still interested in engaging in, by the way, why shouldn't the Iranian people take away the power of this incredibly violent regime that has been suppressing them for decades? And so our posture has not changed. Our military posture has not changed. These were decisive precision strikes that were successful on Saturday evening. But the president is just simply raising a good question that many people around the world are asking.
So let's go to the border, if we can, and how that relates to the reprisals that Iran promises. One of the things they said was, Donald Trump, gambler Donald Trump can start a war, we'll finish it. Well, could it be through a sleeper cell here? Well, they certainly have the numbers. It turns out over the last 4 years, there's been over 1,500 Iranians coming through our southern border, 729 qualified for release. Your reactions to the American people concerned about a possible sleeper cell reprisal here?
Mm-hmm. President Trump has no greater responsibility than protecting the homeland. And look at what he has done over the past several months to do that. He has done more than any president in American history to secure our border, and the largest mass deportation operation of illegal criminals, many of them known terrorists that Joe Biden led into this country, are being removed every day. I spoke to our Secretary of Homeland Security this morning. She held a call with governors across the country, and the Department of Homeland Security is actively engaged with our state and local law enforcement partners to protect the American people. That is the president's number one priority in all of this, and that's ultimately what led him to make the decision to launch this strike on Saturday night, to protect our homeland from threats abroad, and we will continue to protect our homeland from threats here at home.
Caroline, but no specific threat yet in any city or any state or any building?
Not that I'm tracking, Brian, but I can assure you the Department of Homeland Security is monitoring this situation very closely.
So as this operation takes place, Democrats said they were not told about it. They were left in the dark, and they said usually there's bipartisan calls for this, and they didn't know about it. Here is Republican Thomas Massey.
We haven't been briefed. They should have called us all back. And frankly, we should have debated this war powers resolution that Ro Khanna and I offered instead of staying on vacation and doing fundraisers and saying, oh, well, the president's got this under control. We're going to cede our constitutional authority.
Should you have called everybody back?
First of all, we did make bipartisan calls. Thomas Massey and the Democrats, he should be a Democrat because he's more aligned with them than with the Republican Party. We're given notice. The White House made calls to congressional leadership. They were bipartisan calls. In fact, Hakeem Jeffries couldn't be reached. We tried him before the strike, and he didn't pick up the phone, but he was briefed after, as well as Chuck Schumer was briefed prior to the strike. So this notion that CNN ran with at the White House did not give a heads up to Democrats is just completely false. In fact, both Senator Schumer's office and CNN had to retract that story last night because it was a blatant lie, and we showed them the timestamps from those phone calls. But I want to add something to Thomas Massey's false point. The White House was not obligated to call anyone because the president was acting within his legal authority under Article 2 of the Constitution as Commander-in-Chief of the President of the United States. We gave these calls as a courtesy, and the Democrats are lying about this because they can't talk about the truth of the success of that operation and the success of our United States military and the success of this president and this administration in doing something that past administrations, Democrats too, have only dreamed about.
Yeah, but President Obama did not ask for permission to bomb Libya in 2011.
That's right.
All right, so that's Caroline Levitt there, and the closest thing we're going to get to a press briefing today. Talking about the shit going on in Iran and whatever, all that. Anyways, we got another video we're going to play back to back with this. It's titled, Putin condemns U.S. unprovoked strikes against Iran and offers assistance to the regime. Now you hold on a second there, buddy. All right, hooligans, let's get into this.
Russian President Vladimir Putin condemned U.S. strikes targeting Iran's nuclear facilities. Putin called the bombings, quote, absolutely unprovoked aggression. Putin's comments came during a meeting in Moscow with Iranian Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi. Araghchi delivered a letter to the Russian president from Iranian Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei requesting support to retaliate against the U.S. and Israel. Putin announced he stood ready to, quote, provide assistance to the Iranian people. President Donald Trump posted on social media, indirectly warning Russia against providing nuclear capabilities to Iran. Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov said Russia is ready to help Iran in various ways, depending on what the regime requests. Russia has previously offered to play mediator with the U.S. in the Israel-Iran conflict, but that proposal was rejected by the Trump administration. It's unclear what type of role, whether military or diplomatic, Moscow will play in the burgeoning conflict. Russia is particularly concerned with Iran's Bashir power plant. It was built with the help of Russian specialists, some of whom still work on the site, and the facility is Iran's only nuclear power plant. So far, Israel has guaranteed the safety of Russian specialists working at the plant and that it will not carry out strikes against the facility.
Okay, that is basically all we're going to cover. It has to do with the Iran bullshit. I don't know. We bombed them. They bombed our bases in Israel or somewhere, but they gave hours notice so everyone could be evacuated. There was no casualties. And now Putin's trying to see if he get involved with all the bullshit. Everybody's all worried about World War III. I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to feed my cat next week. So I don't know. I don't worry about this shit like everybody else does. If the sun comes up at 3 o'clock in the morning, so be it. I am not scared to fucking kick the bucket. I'm scared of not being able to pay bills, okay? That's how shit goes over here. Either way, next up we got inside the Diddy trial. Jurors see explicit freak-off footage today. Oh, lucky them. God only knows the things that they had to witness. Either way, follow-up video on the Diddy trial coming up next. First, we're going to hop in the chat and watch you guys all argue about this dumb shit it has to do with Iran. Snooks, I love how she gets fired up and speaks the truth. Woot, woot. Caroline Levitt, she's fierce. She's pretty fierce. She is stern. Russell, Massey's about to get primaried. See, I don't know anything about Massey. Zero Massey showing his rhino colors. There's a lot of people smoking him on X all day today. I've been seeing it. Russell, I've been to the base in Qatar that was attacked today. I rode a camel when I was in Qatar. What is it like to ride a camel, Russell? I can't even imagine what that would be like. Rappy, Iran doesn't need any nukes. That's right. Fodder, Trump seems like he was forced somehow into this. A lot of people on X thinks that he was participating in shenanigans like what happens at Epstein Island, and that people are blackmailing him into doing these kind of strikes. But earlier today, or maybe it was yesterday, President Trump had said that they were trying not to do any more strikes. They want to bring everyone to the table about peace. So I don't know. I don't know anything about anything. All I know is shit doesn't get done on Capitol Hill, and everybody's fucking corrupt. That's all I know. Thank you so much, TexVet, for that $5 donation over on Rumble. Really appreciate you, TexVet. Thank you so much for the support. It says attacking massive. Attacking massive is tarded. Trump was wrong on this attack, and Trump should listen to pro-America people like Massey, Vance, and Tulsi, not warmongering neocon trash. I hear you, TexVet. Thank you so much for the support. Ghostly, I love this. Bombing them and nothing bad happening. This we should keep it up. Even Friday, fly over there, drop a load, and fly home. I don't know. I just don't expect there's not going to be a retaliation. But then the supposed retaliation, I guess, resulted in no casualties. So a lot of people were saying that the retaliation was just to save face. It wasn't actually to hurt Americans, because if they hurt Americans, then we really will get involved, and they don't want those problems. The thing is everybody's speculating. Nobody knows fucking shit. That's the thing. Unless you actually directly work for the government, you don't know fucking shit. And so people arguing about it really trips me out because nobody fucking knows. So I don't understand why people are arguing about it. Last week, everyone was pissed about being divided. This week, everyone's like, I know more about the bombing in Iran than you. And it's like, I don't know. I don't know what to think about it. All I know is you guys all know more about it than I do. I'm not arguing with anybody over this dumb shit. Thank you so much, TexVet, for that $10 donation over on Rumble. Really appreciate you, TexVet. Thank you so much. says this was atrocious. Americans weren't celebrating it. We're mad. The WMD BS is old. Trump needs to not listen to warmongering BB Graham, Mark Levin, etc. I hate this. I hear you, text Vat. Thank you so much for the support. What's up, Geo? Happy freedom. Geo, Iran and Israel agree to a ceasefire. I'm hearing on the news. Cool. I seen some hooligans talking about it in the chat earlier that there was going to be a ceasefire going on. Glad they're getting everything straightened out. Ramsey, Raw's alerts reporting end of hostilities between Iran and Israel. Did everyone forget that Raw's alert was like grooming children while also dressed up as a furry? Like, what the fuck happened to that? Because for like a week, they were nonstop hitting Raw's alert on X. They were tagging him in his own photos from Instagram where he's wearing like a Speedo and a dog mask, and he's got a happy birthday cake. And then he showed the same happy birthday cake on the Raw's alert channel on X. And that's how people first caught on that he was like grooming teenagers or some shit. And he's also dressed up as a furry. And people were like demonizing him over it. They were unfollowing him. They were condemning him. And then like Friday happened and everybody's like, yeah, so you see what happened on Raw's alert? And I'm like, I thought everybody was not listening to that person anymore. It's like he got memory hold or something. I don't know. This happens all the damn time. I think I'm like immune to like the memory hold bullshit because it happens all the fucking time. We were in voice chat a couple weeks ago and I brought this up and people were like, what are you talking about? And I'm pulling up pictures and there he is with his like wiener and fucking birthday cake and dog mask. And everyone's like, oh, I didn't know that was a thing. I'm like, what the fuck? That was all over my timeline for like 2 weeks or some shit. And then it's gone. Now everybody loves Raw's alert again. I'm like, that's fucking crazy. Like, you guys don't hate pedophiles enough. Like, fucking, I don't know. Anyways, that's fine. What's up, Relax? Happy freedom to you. Geo, Iran's probably near out of missiles. Lord only knows. Fodder, sometimes I dance naked through my house. Doesn't mean I'm Madonna. If you feel like you're Madonna, then you're Madonna, buddy. That's all it takes. If you believe, I believe. Snooks, you've ridden an elephant? That sounds... Was it a real elephant? Or are you trying to be explicit with us? Patriot Dad, I don't trust anyone but my dog. She don't lie. That's right, Patriot Dad. Klaus Daniels, he's a liar. He's a cat. And the cats are like that. They're just liars. He's sleeping right now. Otherwise, I'd snatch him up real quick. What's up, Just Saying? Happy freedom to you. Just threw my damn chapstick. Meta, I hope Trump says, nice try, Iran. You want to talk now? Iran strikes again, then responds with 10 times the force. We'll see what happens. It seems like the biggest threat is that they're saying the sleeper cell stuff. That they're going to activate sleeper cells while we got this 25 million illegals in the country, or how many ever illegals that are here. And then them saying that opens the doorway for false flags. Now that that's been a public announcement, whoever wants to, they can stage false flags now and just blame Iran. And then say, oh, this big terrorist attack happened, this, potential like 9/11 situation happens. Iran did it. Because remember, they said that they were going to have sleeper cells, so Iran just did it. And that's not good. Having it's like a blank check. Like a blank check of false flags. Just got wrote. What's up, Tucson? Happy freedom. Let me see if I can find this really quick. Okay, well, we're not going to go any deeper than this. Okay, well, you guys want receipts and all that bullshit and blah, 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 whatever, okay? This is, well, I don't want to hear it. This is Raw's alert. Okay, he's a dog man. and some other shit. It's very easy to find. Like I said, it was all over my fucking timeline. As far as I know, is from what I've read, okay? I don't know any more than what I've read, but what the internet is saying is that this guy is some weird grooming furry dog man thing. I don't fucking know. Just Google it, okay? You don't have to take my word. You don't believe me? Good, okay? Good. I'm just telling you, I don't trust that fucking guy. It's very simple. It's very simple. Type in Roz Alert furry and you'll see more shit than you want to see. It's that simple. Southern England, such a press secretary. Then the bullshit we had to listen to the last 4 years. Yeah. And I'm kind of glad they didn't give KJP a job at MSNBC, so we have to keep hearing her talk. We've only seen her like once or twice since she left the White House. But Jen Psaki, she's still around. Guess who? Did Iran want that Diddy baby oil lube when the bomb dropped? I mean, I'm not quite sure. I'm not quite sure. What I think is crazy is all the videos of like bombs going back and forth between Iran and Israel and all that shit. And not one person is in the comments asking if it's AI. Like, it's like dark buildings, fire raining from the sky. Everyone's like, oh, this is so terrible. Like, do you even question if this is fucking AI? Like, I don't know. I don't know. I'm skeptical of all the bullshit. What's up, Yukon Man? Happy freedom. Vinyl again, gross, furry, just like the forecaster. Yeah, these people are weird, and they're out here. Kathy, his parents failed him. You are right. You are right. Kathy just announced complete ceasefire on both sides. Good stuff. That is good. Tim Mack, happy freedom to you. Iran did not like the FO part of FAFO. Yeah, you are right. What's up, Evil Morty? Happy freedom. Evil Morty, Iran and Israel have a ceasefire. They called it end to the war. Trump rocked him. Yep. It's good stuff. What's up, Gordzilla? Happy freedom. What's up, DB Cooper? Happy freedom to you. Vinny, see, this isn't about nukes. It's about Iran not having centralized banking. Is that like the shit that Putin's trying to stay away from? That's why a lot of people said that Putin was attacking Ukraine and it had something to do with centralized banking back when all that stuff started. We were covering the People's Convoy, and we had just got done covering the Canadian convoy. The day that Ukraine and Russia went to war or whatever was the very first day of the People's Convoy. And we were covering the People's Convoy while everybody else was worrying about war. And when we got to the end of the People's Convoy, people didn't even know what the fuck was going on. They were like, what are you covering? I'm like, this is like day 60 or some shit of the People's Convoy. And they're like, what's that? I'm like, fuck. It just got eclipsed by the stupid Ukraine war shit. A lot of people don't even realize that the convoy happened. What's up, Goth? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Tinks? Happy freedom to you. DB Cooper, it could rain tonight. Yeah, it sounds like it's going to rain over here. Watchmen, over 50 million illegals. Yeah, and how many of them are sleeper cells? Sucks, it was a real elephant? You didn't just call your boyfriend the elephant? I don't know. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, Snooks. I've never rode an elephant. Yeah, Russell the pink elephant. Yeah, exactly. Zero videos of people in them seem real. No extra fingers and stuff. See, all the videos that they play on TikTok, there's no people. It's just buildings. It's dark outside. Fire comes down. Big explosion. Everybody in the chat's like praying for random countries and shit. Pidger Dad, there's definitely fake shit going around. Yeah, I think so, but nobody's questioning it. Crit Kiss, I agree. Anything, unless you witness it firsthand, question it. Yeah. I like to just gather the data and then see what happens next. And usually what happens next can let you know what pieces of data you gathered yesterday was accurate versus pieces that were inaccurate. That can also help you decide on what to look for as far as resources for tomorrow's, nonsense that's going on in the world. So I try to be open-minded about all this shit and just collect everything that's sitting in front of me and then wait and see what happens tomorrow. That's how I do it. What's up, Dusto? Happy freedom to you. My feed followed both convoys. Yeah, we covered both of them all the way to, the People's Convoy, we didn't cover it to the end. We covered it until I think they went back to California. They went from California to Hager's Runway or whatever, just outside of DC, and then they started going back to California. And I think by the time they made it back to California, we stopped covering it because nobody was in the chat. We're covering, it's me and like 5 people sitting in the chat for 11 hours watching people drive or stand around and talk or get on stage and kind of, get people amped up or whatever. But there just was nobody showing up to the live. And so we stopped covering it because the shit's not free. I can't just do this shit for free. I'm not able to. It's very expensive, actually. So we stopped covering it, but we covered the entire Canadian convoy. And as far as I know, once the People's Convoy left California, they split into 2 groups. One group fizzled out. The other one made it back to DC. And then they all started eating each other and calling each other pedophiles and all this other shit. And so I'm kind of glad we didn't cover that shit anyways. The biggest downfall of the damn People's Convoy is that Ted Cruz showed up twice. He showed up and went to the Speedway and gave a big old speech on stage. And then he took 3 or 4 leaders of the convoy and invited them to Capitol Hill for a meeting of sorts where they made all these promises about how they were going to roll back the Emergency Act that was allowing mandates to act as laws. And then he didn't do shit. He didn't do jack shit. And they didn't put any of that stuff on the TV. So nobody even knew the convoy was a thing. And whatever his name is, Ted Cruz, played everybody. He faked it. He faked the whole damn thing. And a lot of people act like he's a rhino, and I have reasons to believe that he is. He's a grifter. Either way, moving forward here, like I said, we got to follow a video on the Diddy trial. This is titled "Inside the Diddy Trial." Jurors see explicit freak-off footage. Now, I don't know. Like, that seems traumatizing. Like, it's one thing to show up for jury duty, but it's another to have to watch, like, homemade porn. It's like, I don't know. Anyways, hit that like button over on Rumble as well as the CommuTube, and let's get into this.
Day 28 of the criminal trial of Sean Combs. This morning we had some snippets that were played from the explicit videos of the freak-offs, but so the jurors had headphones that they put on and they're watching in a monitor. Jurors saw about several, I would say about 4 to 5 of them. There was at one point that one of the jurors had his hand over his mouth. There was another man who was actually looking away. Joseph Circella, who is a special agent for HSI, walked through financial and hotel records that showed that Combs instructed his staff to help him book and finalize some of the arrangements for these freak-offs. Overall, this was maybe not an exciting portion of testimony, but prosecutors definitely hit some bases here. They showed that Mr. Combs had instructed his staff to take steps to help prep, finalize, and arrange these freak-offs. That could be potentially very damning to charge of racketeering conspiracy. Prosecutors are not expected to wrap up their case until tomorrow. The defense for Mr. Combs may not even call any witnesses. That's a bit of a surprise. I would think that there would be at least the thought to have somebody speak to Mr. Combs' character. We're going to hear summations likely on Thursday.
Okay. Now I'm wondering how long they're going to do this Diddy trial stuff. Because as far as I know, they've pretty much called on all the witnesses. That's why they're getting into the videos and stuff like that. Now, if they get him on RICO stuff, he's going to be screwed. But it's not the same thing as getting him on the human trafficking. For this entire time they've been doing the trial, they've been saying, oh, we're going to get him for human trafficking. Over and over again, they're saying that. But they haven't been able to prove human trafficking. So now it kind of seems that they're really pressing down trying to get RICO charges, which again, those are pretty damning charges. He could be in prison for fucking ever, depending on how many years they give him and whatever. But they haven't been able to prove this human trafficking thing, so I don't know. I wonder how much longer they got before they get down to sentencing. And I'm curious what all they're going to give Diddy, because they're not very clear with what all the charges are. They just keep emphasizing human trafficking, and then they turn around and say, well, they haven't been able to prove human trafficking. This is the first video we've covered where they actually brought up the RICO charges. So it makes me wonder, what else is on the table? What all is he looking at as far as time without the human trafficking and all of that? So we'll just keep staying up to date with the Diddy trial. Next up, man opens fire outside of a church before staff fatally shoots him. Good guys with a gun for the win in this story. And this took place in Wayne, Michigan, which I've never heard of that. So that must be the east side of Michigan, across the state from me. I'm safe, don't you worry. Klaus Daniels was here to keep me safe. Anyways, that's what's coming up next. But first, we're going to hop in the chat, see what your hooligans think about jurors having to watch this freak-off footage. What's up, Mac Daddy? Happy freedom to you. Russell, Diddy's a piece of shit, but I doubt they're going to get him. Yeah, they're going to get him on RICO charges, it sounds like, but they're not going to get him on human trafficking. Not if they're already through all the witnesses. They said they had like 20-something witnesses, and how did they go through all those witnesses and nobody witnessed human trafficking? You guys thought I was going to show you explicit footage? You guys don't get to watch the freak off footage. That's not how this works. That's not what we were doing here. Sorry to disappoint you, maybe, I guess. Hair juicer, I went to the convoy when it stopped in Missouri. There were so many vehicles that it got dangerous and the cops shut it down. Yeah. I wanted to go down there and see them when they stopped in Indianapolis, but my car was... Oh, I had just got the head gaskets redone. I think that's what we were doing, is I just did the head gaskets on the damn motor, and the people at the shop, they were like, you probably shouldn't do that. Like, we just put your... Like, they told me the car just went through open heart surgery yesterday. Don't drive down to Indiana and then turn around and blame us that your shit's all fucked up. They're like, you should drive around for like 100 miles or so and then bring it back and let us check it. If you drive to Indianapolis and it breaks down, we're not taking blame for that shit. So I decided not to go. I wouldn't be able to go anyways. I'd have to pick up the vehicle and then like drive down there, and I'd get there at like, I don't know, sometime in the middle of the night, like 2 a.m. or something. And then I'd have to wake up early as fuck and try and be a part of the convoy just for a couple hours until they left. And then I'd have to drive all the way back home. So it just wasn't worth it. Thank you so much, Ramsey, for that $5 donation over on Rumble. Really appreciate you, Ramsey. Thank you so much. Says, Trump had me doubting him on this one, but he nailed it. Thanks for letting me know about Roz. I haven't followed him that long. Yeah, I wasn't really... I mean, okay, so I wasn't excited that we bombed Iran. I feel that people should do something to you first before you do something to them. That's just the way I feel. But I'm not the president. I don't have the intelligence from our government, you know, that they supplied to Trump to make those kind of decisions. I don't know, because I don't work for the government. I didn't like that we bombed somebody because I didn't want somebody to bomb us back. That's why I like, you know, letting them make the first move. But whatever's whatever, and as long as, you know, ceasefire's on the way, cool. And with the Roz alert thing, I don't want you guys thinking like I'm making you turn away from Roz alert. I read this shit on the internet. I'm telling you, go read the shit on the internet and come to your own conclusions. And if there's some reason that people still follow him after those kind of images were just all over, where he's dressed up as like the soldier dog man groomer guy, if there's reasons that people still follow him, I'd like to hear that, because as far as I know, that shit was not debunked. He admitted that those photos were real, that is him, and that those are the things he does on his time off. And that's that. So I don't want to be blamed for the Roz alert shit. I'm just telling you what I discovered on the internet, and it's out there for you to find it. It is not hard to find, and I don't follow Roz alert because of that shit. But it ain't my fault, okay? I'm making that clear. It's not my fault that shit's out there. Those are his choices that are out there on the internet. But thank you so much, Ramsey. I appreciate the support. What's up, Neurodivergent? Happy freedom to you. MU, Wayne, Michigan is a western suburb of Detroit. Oh, I didn't realize it was like a suburb area. I guess that makes sense. Kevin, it was negative 35 Celsius. Celsius? Yeah. With the wind chill when I went to see our part of the convoy in Ottawa. Yeah, we had a couple hooligans that were out there in Ottawa. I think Trig Crazy was out there too when that was going on. We covered the whole convoy. The whole Canadian convoy. What's up, Too Old to Care? Happy freedom. Done. It's near Dearborn. Oh, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah. Relax. Are we going to do the Mexican with the weed whacker story? I haven't heard anything about that. Zealous Fox, they ran him over first. Is that what happened? They said something. They mentioned something about him being like hit with the car, and he started shooting at the car. But I didn't realize they actually ran him over. What's up, Soccer Sucks? Happy freedom to you. Soccer Sucks. When LeBron had Obama by the leather face mask, it made the jury puke. I believe you. I believe you. What's up, T1? Happy freedom to you. What's up, E-Bugs? Happy freedom to you. Russell, Iran made the first move. They financed thousands of U.S. deaths in Iraq and Afghanistan. This should have been done years ago. Oh, I see, Russell. Meta, you remember all the details of the convoy agenda. Give yourself a break on memory. Well, my memory works weird. It doesn't remind me of anything. It's like, I don't know how to explain it. Certain things I can remember, but shit I have to do is not one of them. And I don't know why it's like that. What's up, Guy Mike? Happy freedom. What's up, Hurley Girl? Happy freedom to you. Hurley Girl, poor Diddy will dry up without his pallet of baby oil. Well, he's wealthy as fuck. He's probably got baby oil inside. I almost guarantee it. I bet he's got baby oil in prison and all of that. What's up, HG? Happy freedom. Vinny, or Vinyl, I mean. Did you see that 50 Cent went to Trump and told him to make sure Diddy didn't get off? No, I haven't seen anything about that. I'm trying to think of the last thing I saw. 50 Cent was making fun of somebody, but I can't remember what it was. He's always making fun of somebody. Watchmen, exactly. Observe, don't absorb. Yeah. What's up, Sage Pup? Happy freedom to you. No ad. Can't fully expose Diddy because of so many connections to the Democrats. I 100% believe that. There's no way he's so connected and accused of, so many atrocities and all that stuff. And then they turn around and they're like, well, he's just a mean man that's addicted to drugs. What? What do you mean? This guy's got millions of doll hairs and he's doing all this weird stuff in the middle of the night. I mean, accusations of human trafficking. And all they could get is he's a mean drug addict? I don't know. That don't sound right. That don't sound right at all. I'm sure the Democrats were involved. Thank you so much, Patriot Dad, for that $5 donation over on Rumble. Really appreciate you, Patriot Dad. Thank you so much. Says, thank you, El Jefe and Snooks, for the news and friends here. Happy freedom, Hooligans. Happy freedom to you, Patriot Dad. Thank you. All right, Hooligans, we're going to move forward here. Like I said, this next one is man opens fire outside of a church before staff fatally shoots him. Now, before we get into this, I want to remind you, Hooligans, if you guys have children in your life, I want you to check out this book titled The Big Beaver Protest. It is the second book in the Orange Eagle series, and it was written by the same author that created A Dog Named Cappy. Also, if you're feeling creative, try MAGA Memes. It's a coloring book for deplorables, and from what I hear, there is a hooligan page in the coloring book. Maybe you guys can find it. We were trying to find it in the voice chat. Either way, if you Hooligans do purchase these books, please make sure to leave reviews on Amazon and also follow them on their X page as a way to stay up to date with new books coming out and to help them grow. I'm going to drop some links in the chat and we'll move forward here. This first link is for the MAGA Memes coloring book. All right, and this next link here is for the Big Beaver Protest, which actually has a lot to do with the Canadian convoy. As far as from what I understand, it was inspired by the Canadian convoy. And this third link here is for Lee Linda Books' X page, like I said, to stay up to date with new books coming out and to help them grow. All right. Like I was saying, man opens fire on church or outside of a church before staff fatally shoots him. This is a win for good guys with a gun. Let's get this pulled up. Do the thing. Come on. There we go. Gotta give it the spirit fingers. YouTube don't act right. Anyways, hit that like button if you haven't already, and let's get into this.
Everybody to the back. Please, everybody come to the back.
A live stream taken inside Crosspoint Community Church shows the terrifying moments when gunfire erupted just outside a Sunday service.
Crosspoint Community Church, they have an active shooter situation in the parking lot. Male is continuously shooting.
One witness described hiding in the bathroom after hearing shots ring out.
We were just praying and we didn't know what was going on, but we knew it was bad. And then hearing all the gunshots and just praying that everybody was safe.
Just after 11 a.m., police say a gunman began driving erratically in front of the church and came out of his car wearing a tactical vest, armed with a long gun and a handgun. He started firing at the building. A nearby parishioner hit the gunman with their car, and he started shooting at the vehicle. That's when two armed security guards started shooting at the man. One guard was shot in the leg, and the gunman was killed. Police say those quick actions saved countless lives.
So you believe it was his intention to commit a mass shooting?
Yes.
Police revealed the shooter was a 31-year-old man from Romulus. He was not a member of the church, and his motive is still unknown. Police believe he was experiencing a mental health crisis.
Again, just one more thank you to the church staff members. I'm telling you right now, their actions prevented dozens of people from being murdered today.
Lead pastor Bobby Kelly says their security team has practice drills for situations like these. He thanks their preparedness and the church's faith for preventing a mass tragedy.
We do see this in our world quite a bit, and so many churches think about this, plan for this, have teams in place if this happens, and we see that it still happens.
Okay. Happened here in Michigan. Again, I didn't realize he was ran over by the car. They mentioned that he was hit by a car. They didn't say he was actually ran over. So they're saying he's a 31-year-old from Romulus, Michigan, another place I've never heard of, saying he was in a tactical vest. He had a long gun and a handgun, which means his long gun was not an AR-15 because they would have stuck that all over the fucking TV. Saying he started shooting at the building. Two security guards started shooting at him after he was hit by the car. One of the guards was shot in the leg. Gunman was killed. And this was a win. It was good guys with guns saved the day. Again, they'll never say that on the news. But the best way to fight a bad guy with a gun is with a good guy with a gun. Next up, we got the last little bit of the news. It is Lefties losing it, and this one's titled, Leftism Ruins Everything. It couldn't be a truer statement. It's coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about this church shooting that happened here in Michigan. Let me see here. Oh, I can't tag him in the chat. Astro Hammer, he's here on the website. I don't know if he's still on the website, but he's got a profile here under Larry the Scrapper guy. I don't know if he has any of his profile filled out, though, to answer any of those questions. The only time I see him is either on the website or on YouTube. What's up, Winston? I can't talk. Winston, happy freedom to you. What's up, Sly Dog? What's up, Aco? Happy freedom, you hooligans. It's so hot. I'm sitting here dying. Klaus Daniels, just breathe on me. Cool me off. Pumpkin, it was his and his mother's church? Interesting. Yeah, they didn't give a lot of details on that. I'm hoping there's a follow-up video to this. High Plains Drifter. I can't talk now. High Plains Drifter. Guns rock. They do rock. Done. No description of the shooter or the name. Nope. No details like that. Just on the situation. That's why I said we'll probably have a follow-up on this. What's up, Giggling Spy? Happy freedom. Rappy, the first thing across your mind was a sleeper cell. Yeah, I was kind of surprised they didn't say he was a Trump supporter or something like that. We'll see what the next video says about it. fodders. This reeks of MK Ultra, like the Tesla truck and the Trump Tower stuff. Yeah. And it's funny how they don't talk about that anymore. The Tesla explosion and all of that. You know what I keep thinking about, and I keep forgetting to ask you hooligans? Do you guys remember when they said that there was a disease going around where if you catch it, you'll start seeing demon faces in people? People's faces will appear stretched out and demonic-like. You guys remember that? I don't remember what the hell we were doing. I don't know if it was like the alien mummification shit in Mexico was going on, or if it was the Chinese spy balloon, or something like that. But every once in a while it pops in my head that we covered a story where they were telling you that you could catch a disease that would make you see demons at other humans. You would see human faces as demon faces. And then just stop talking about that shit. And yeah. So I'm really curious if there's any follow-up to that shit, because that stuff got real quiet real quick. No way, I don't remember that, but it sounds like meth. Yeah, it was a very weird story that we covered. Thank you so much, Ramsey, for that $5 donation on Rumble. You're a badass, Ramsey. Thank you so much. It says more AC money. Thank you, Ramsey. I appreciate it. Pager Dad, I know you got to be hot. I can't believe your lease doesn't allow you to have ACs. It's ridiculous. We can have a standing AC, but we can't have window ACs, and it sucks. I have a standing AC. It's on right now. But like I keep saying, it doesn't do anything for the living room. I have to get another one because they're just not efficient. Those standing ACs are so fucking stupid. They put out a shit ton of heat because of the gear, the motors and shit running inside of it. The ventilation comes through the back of the AC unit, and there's an exhaust tube that kicks the heat out of the exhaust or whatever. You set it up in the window. It's supposed to blow the AC or the exhaust right out the window. But it gets so fucking hot that it's just generating hot air in the room. Like, it's heating the room as much as it's cooling it, because it's not efficient. Because generally you take the hot part of the AC and that's the part you stick outside the window. So it's outside being hot, not in the fucking room. I don't know. They're not efficient, and the damn apartment is just like, yeah, it's that or die. Like, well, every day you make dying seem a little bit more like a good idea. Like, shit, I'm sitting here sweating to death. It's terrible. These fucking assholes. One day I'll live in a house. Maybe. I'd love that. T1, they're not any good. I had one, I took it back. Yeah. I was sitting in front of it earlier, getting ready to put the schedule together. I sit like right next to it. Just try and cool off. Klaus Daniels comes and sits next to me. What's up, Dog Spa? Happy freedom to you. Fodder, run a fan in the other room like a box fan. I got 9 fans running right now. I have an AC unit and 9 fans running, and I shut 3 of them off that were around me so you guys could hear me better for the live. Jack, get sick. See Demo craps. Yeah, that's right. Happy freedom to you, Jack. Let me see if I can find this video talking about the demon faces, or if I could just find any video relating to it, because it appears that a lot of you hooligans have not seen that video. How long is this? That's what she said. Trying to find a short video. I don't want to watch a 15-minute video on this bullshit. Okay, this is a short, so it must be short, right? Alright, this is going to talk about the demon face thing. I don't know when the hell this kicked off. How do you look at details? Description. This is from March 2024. But we covered it when it was breaking news. But anyways, this is the demon face thing. I don't know what the fuck's in this video, but it should show you the faces that this demon face syndrome will cause. Okay, like I said, short video. But all the news channels were putting that out. And they were saying you could catch this syndrome and you would just see demon faces. You wouldn't see it in everybody, but just some people. And if you've ever seen They Live, it is very much like that. It's like you got the shades on and you can see who's a demon and who's not. And then they just stop talking about it all of a sudden. Apparently it's called demon syndrome or demon face syndrome or whatever the fuck they just said. Anyways, that's the thing. Russell, 3 inches is hell at 90 miles an hour. That's what they say. What's up, Larry? Happy freedom to you. Snooks, I remember that story. It's very weird. Yeah. And then they just stopped talking about it. Done, you remember covering the story? Yeah. Thank you so much, Giggling Spy, for that $5 donation over on Rumble. Really appreciate you, Giggling Spy. Thank you so much. Says, sounds like rumors demons would spread. Yeah. Well, we all thought that like maybe there was going to be like a big reveal here. You know, the demons were going to show themselves, and if you talk about it, then people were going to say you were sick. Like, I don't know. I never saw the demons though. Not like that. Winston, do any of you brave hooligans have any new info on the Salt Lake City No Kings 5051 protest murder? Lots of censorship. No, I haven't heard anything about it. Not about Salt Lake City. Let me see. I'll look into it after the live. See what we can find. DEFCON, happy freedom to you. Lost YouTube. What did they do? Censor us on YouTube? No, we're live. What are you talking about? We're live? Maybe. Now we're buffering. Did they smoke us? No, they didn't smoke us. I'm sitting here talking. Look at. Now it's Inception. Damn, did they take me down for the stupid demon faces? Because we don't have any numbers. My stats look good. This live is running good, so I don't know what's going on. Crazy. Maybe the internet provider didn't like me showing that shit. Watchman, he has pictures of himself by the church. White liberal. Looks LGBXYZ. Interesting. I will have to see if I can find that. Or if you have pictures on X, Watchman, or if you see anything like that, tag me in it. Russell just being taken down by Iran. Neurodivergent. 30 minutes maybe or so. I think they smoked us on YouTube. That's how it goes. I was telling you guys about the YouTube files. Jim Jordan put out confirmation that YouTube's striking system was being controlled by the White House. The White House was calling into YouTube and saying what accounts to take down and which ones not to take down. And if they do take your shit down, to take it down in the name of medical misinformation. I showed you guys that, and like 6 hours later, they fucking striked me for medical misinformation. And it's because these bastards, they're always sitting here hovering over me with that ban hammer. And as soon as I start making too much sense, they start butt fucking me. And I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Either way, let's make sure everything's all good, and we'll go ahead and move forward here. Fodder, YouTube is asshole. You're right. Bill Clay, the aliens from They Live took it down. You might not be wrong. What's up, Born to Eat Toast? Happy freedom. Born to Eat Toast. I'm across the lake, and as soon as the storm front came through, it dropped 15 degrees. Now it's 72. Cooler temps on the way. Thank you for letting me know. Keeping me hopeful over here. All right, we got to make sure if we're buffering or what the fuck's going on. We're all good on my end, so I don't know what's happening. I just got to make sure we're good. Otherwise, I'm going to be sitting here talking to myself, and I don't want to do that shit. Drop a 1 if you can see me and hear me without buffering. Thank you so much, Southern Eagleman, for continuing the membership program over on Twitch for 12 months. You're officially a hooligan. And I appreciate you, Southern Eagleman. Thank you so much. It's a Bibsy. Happy freedom to you. So Wolf, that'll look wrong on the wrong platform. What's up, Faded? Happy freedom. You're right, Faded. Next time, write it in all caps. All right, I think we're good to go. Let's go ahead and move forward. What's up, Camo? Happy freedom to you. All right, hooligans. Like I said, we're at the last little bit of the news before we get into the fun stuff. This is Lefties Losing, and this one's titled "Leftism Ruins Everything." I love that title. That's a good title right there. I'm just saying. Come on, do the thing. There we go. All right, hooligans, hit that like button if you haven't already, and let's get into this.
It's time for Lefties Losing It, and we're going to get to a very enlightening comparison shortly, but let's start with a bit of frivolity. Remember when Will Smith wasn't a massive beta joke before we found out his wife had boyfriends and he slapped Chris Rock for telling a very mild joke about Jada Pinkett Smith? Well, he's desperate to rebuild his image, and this song about how much he likes pretty girls may just be the most embarrassing thing I've seen in 2025, and I watch full episodes of That's Enough of That, thank you. But if the official video wasn't bad enough, Will Smith decided to gather a crowd and perform that catastrophe of a song in London, and just check out how excited the crowd is.
I'll change your life if you let me, girls. I like pretty girls.
Yeah, no one's dancing, Will. Give it up, son. Talking about dancing, here is proof that leftism ruins everything. Here is Alyssa Milano. You may remember her from programs like Who's the Boss and Charmed. That was before Trump broke her. This is her now.
Think like that, I will love you endlessly. If you only believe me.
She used to be hot. Now she's broken like Britney Spears.
You know, there's a bit of a Britney Spears vibe to these antics. Is it a cry for help? Now to that comparison I mentioned earlier, comparison between a year ago and now. A year ago, this man was the commander-in-chief, the leader of the free world. Yep, the lefties wanted you to believe he was perfectly fine. No cognitive decline then at all. Well, that was then. This is now.
Tonight I can report to the world that the strikes were a spectacular military success. Iran's key nuclear enrichment facilities have been completely and totally obliterated. Iran, the bully of the Middle East, must now make peace. There will be either peace or there will be tragedy for Iran far greater than we have witnessed over the last 8 days. Remember, there are many targets left. Tonight's was the most difficult of them all, by far, and perhaps the most lethal. But if peace does not come quickly, we will go after those other targets with precision, speed, and skill.
Can you detect the subtle difference between those two leaders? One was a cognitively impaired puppet controlled by far-left radicals who empowered the Iranian regime through weakness and terrible deals, and one has devastated the mad mullahs of the Iranian regime. Now the Democrats are demanding that Donald Trump inform them before any future attacks. Here is Adam Schiff on CNN.
The failure to brief Democratic lawmakers, the making this just another partisan exercise by the administration. The president didn't seek the approval of Congress because he didn't make the case to the American people, because he didn't even inform one of the parties in Congress. That's when you have a real problem engaging in warfare on a partisan basis. So a lot of risks here for the country, which, is the reason why you come to Congress in the first place.
Why would President Trump consult with Democrat lawmakers, the lunatic fringe who currently enjoy an approval rating south of 20%? And how exactly would you hope to blindside the Iranians if you are briefing the anti-American miscreants in the Democrats? Anyway, while the Trump administration was taking out Iran's nuclear sites, the Democrats were dealing with far more serious matters. They had Senator Alex Padilla crying on TV because J.D. Vance called him Jose.
Sadly, it's just an indicator of how petty and unserious this administration is. But he's the vice president of the United States. You think he'd take the situation in Los Angeles more seriously?
Now, predictably, there are many on the left who are having absolute meltdowns about these strikes against Iran. People like this next dude who is on Iran's side, on the side of Islamist terrorists.
And somebody in the White House needs to take Trump and sit his ass the down. Life already hard, then we gotta worry about this. Ever since you stepped foot in the White House, you ain't did nothing but cause mother chaos.
Come on, man.
I'm not getting out there fighting nobody. I'm on Iran's side. I'm on their mother U.S. I don't give a damn.
I like his cute little hat. I don't know, maybe that's an act of parody. You can't hardly tell these days. Now, as for the Democrats' propaganda arm in the mainstream media, they are floundering. Watch this on CNN. They're lucky enough to have a token conservative on the panel, Scott Jennings, and he always injects a little bit of sanity into proceedings.
In order for the president to take action without congressional approval, he needed to show that there was a real true threat to the United States and that the strike would not cause escalation. Congress must see the underlying intelligence about how they were indirect threat and how the U.S. needed to respond without congressional approval. But as of right now, I have not seen that.
You're arguing that after 46 years of the Iranian regime killing Americans, threatening Americans, saying over and over and over again, death to America, that maybe they were just, didn't mean it, that they're fiery but mostly peaceful Iranian butchers.
And Vice President J.D. Vance was being asked over and over again, is America now at war with Iran? This poor guy was growing weary of pointing out the obvious.
The big question, is the United States now at war with Iran? No, we're not at war with Iran, John. We're at war with Iran's nuclear program, and I think the president took decisive action to destroy that program last night.
First question, Mr. Vice President, is the United States now at war with Iran?
No, Kristen, we're not at war with Iran. We're at war with Iran's nuclear program.
All right, like I said, that is the last little bit of the news I have for you hooligans, but we're going to get into the fun stuff. Come on now, there we go. Anyways, like I said, we're going to be opening today's drawer of the Advent Calendar sent to us by Zero. We got two funny videos of the day. First one's titled AI is Getting Mean. And our official funny video of the day was provided by Simply Witchy, and it's titled J.D. Vance Going Off. It's coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about these lefties losing it. Zero, we don't know what Trump knows. I believe there's threats against us. I agree, Zero. I'm sure there is threats against us, especially from people that screamed, death to America and stuff like that. That's pretty threatening. So, Russell, there was some threats against us. Either way, as long as we're not gonna be fighting anymore. Russell, Adam Schiff is a threat to the country. Yeah, when are they going to hold those people accountable? They got all day. They got all day to do the thing. When are they going to do it? Silver Wolf, Will Smith should hire Edward. He should. His new rap videos aren't working. Thank you so much, Jack, for that $1 donation over on Rumble. Really appreciate you, Jack. Thank you so much. It says, Def It says deaf to Islam. If you say so, Jack. Thank you so much. And thank you so much, Ghostly, for that $10 donation over on Rumble. Really appreciate you, Ghostly. Thank you so much. It says, I like pretty mommy milkers. That's right. Big nachos just slapping you in the face. Thank you, Ghostly. I appreciate you. What's up, Glamour? Happy freedom to you. Did you go touch grass? Traitor. Fucking traitor. Touching grass like a sissy. We don't do that around here. I'm sweating to death. Klaus Daniels. A good's an emotional support animal if he doesn't fan you off while you're working. You know, I'm just saying. Faded, I doubt he showed the same energy when Biden's senile ass was burning the fucking country down. Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing, is like Biden was wrecking the country and then nobody was saying anything. Everybody's just like, yeah, this is fine. This is great. 81 million votes. Joe, we did it. They were just doing all that shit and we were like, life sucks right now. And it's your guys' fault. And they were just acting like everything was great. KJP coming out going, this is what the American people want. No, it's not. Why are you telling us what we want? That's not what we want. We don't want drag queens reading to children. Like, come on, man. Stop that shit. And now Trump's in office. Democrats block him every step of the way. They let these district judges get in the way of executive orders from the president. And then they're like, Trump ain't even doing anything. He's over here just bombing Iran. What happened to all the promises he was making? Yeah, you guys standing in the way of all that bullshit. Aiko, I like purty boobs. That's right. There's so many ways that Will Smith's song could have been better. He just went the worst route. He should have made it funny, you know? That's what he should have did. He should have made it funny. Happy freedom to you, Glamour. Crickets, he says, stop complaining. I'm wearing a damn fur coat and can't sweat. I know. Poor Klaus Daniels. He's a good boy. He is a good boy. Meta, President Trump making me proud. I'm just glad they got a ceasefire out of it. Because I'm tired of everybody bitching about Iran. And everybody's free to their bitching. But it's hard to find news when it's all about Iran. And, you know, I don't want to sit here for 2-3 hours talking about Iran. We got our own problems. What's up, Jeff S? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Lee? Happy freedom to you. Lee, Joe Biden didn't even realize he was president. You're right. You are right. What's up, Lone Wolf? Happy freedom. Yeah, Lone Wolf, I can't stand Rat Sack Skin either. He's the worst. He's the most dramatic character in this whole soap opera. Rat Sack Skin is the worst. What's up, Matt Williams? Happy freedom. Matt Williams, it's pretty funny how Trump's ratings went down after he announced the ceasefire. I don't know. I don't pay attention to the polls or anything like that. The polls said that Hyena Harris was going to win the election. What happened with that? Remember when the polls said that Hillary Clinton was going to win the election? I don't look at the polls. I just provide it. I just provide the poll around here. Vinny Shifty Shift with the melon head. Mm-hmm. One day accountability will come back. It's inevitable. Camo, oh my God, I think I see the demon face on her. You got the demon face syndrome. It happened right there in front of us. Jeff asks, is there a live cam on the 2 new flagpoles? Yes. We showed it the other day, but we're at the end of the news, so we might as well just take a second to go acknowledge it. I think Russell was the first one to tell me to do this. Right after the new flagpoles were installed. Let me see. It's hard to see because the wind's not blowing right now. You might be able to, it's on the right side there, the right of the drink. I haven't said the drinking fountain. The fountain out in the front yard there. Somebody's walking into the building. I can't tell if this is a sniper over here. Either way, you can see the flag. There you go. Wind's blowing now. Big, beautiful flag. There's a bunch of dirty people down there taking pictures of the White House. Probably digging in their sweating ass. Anyways, moving forward here. Hey, you know, the new erections. That's right. That's right. The E word. President Trump cracks me up with that stuff because one time he came out and he was giving a speech at a rally. And he was like, they keep thinking you're going to say the N-word. And everyone got real quiet. Like, real fucking quiet. And he was like, nuclear. And then you could hear the whole crowd sigh. Be like, oh, thank God. I thought he was going to say something else. And then yesterday he did the same thing in a truth tweet. It's just, he cracks me up with that shit because on one hand, it feels like he doesn't realize like what it sounds like he's about to say. And on the other hand, he's a master troll. So he probably does know. Let me see if I can find this post really quick. If I'm still signed into this bullshit. Do-do-do. Get this shit out of my face. If it ain't titties, I don't want to see it. Let's see. It's one of those sensitive things. You can't just type in looking for the N-word. Somewhere on his Truth Social. Right here. See, this is what I'm saying. Casually throwing around the N-word. And then he's like, nuclear. Thank you for clearing that up, President Trump, because for a minute there, like, he walks all the way to the edge of the line. He knows what everybody's thinking. You naughty hooligans. Either way, read through a little bit more. We'll get into the fun stuff. Guess some new flagpoles that Trump paid for. That's right. I think he should take them with when he leaves. It's his shit. He knows that somebody's going to disrespect it as soon as Democrats get back into office. I know a lot of people think that's never going to happen. But that's the thing, is one side doesn't defeat the other side. They forever will remain and go back and forth and all the stupid shit. Gave her that flagpole last night. Russell, thank you for letting me know. Guess the only way to fix it is to fix the media and hold them accountable. Absolutely. Absolutely. Got to stop the propaganda machine. What's up, 5D? Happy freedom to you. Told to Kara I love Trump humor. I do too. Oh, fodder. Yeah, no, we like to just know what's going on, but like not be afraid of what's going on. Especially when it comes from the TV. You gotta take it as a grain of salt. We just like to laugh at the news. Dutton, Wayne gunman behind Michigan church rampage ID'd as Brian Anthony Browning. Interesting. Thank you for letting me know, Dutton. I'm gonna look into that after the live. And we will most likely have a follow-up tomorrow with some more details. High Plains Drifter Wednesday. Cut into Megalodon teeth purchase collection of 25-year food prep. But I'll try and, let's see. I'll try and be there to send support. Love you, man. Love you too, High Plains Drifter. That's badass. Should post pictures. Something like that. Are you in the Discord? Should share with us. Glamour, you're freezing. What do you mean, like we're buffering? You got to be talking about buffering. There ain't no way you're cold. There's just no way. I don't know why we're buffering. I don't know why we're having issues. My numbers are all good over here. After the live, I'll reset my computer and all this stuff. Maybe it'll help. I don't know why we're having buffering and stuff today. What's up, Magic Moon? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Metallica? Happy freedom. What's up, Chris Cola? Happy freedom to you. Chris Cola, I'm never voting again. I was a Republican. Pencil in Jesus. I don't know. I don't believe in not voting, but it's your right. You have the right to not vote if you don't want to. Jeff as Charleston, South Carolina, a NGO that was scamming us for $800 million was arrested last week. Damn. I'm trying to think, because we covered 2 stories this week that nobody else was talking about. So I will look into that. Thank you for letting me know, Jeff S. What's up, Nick? Happy freedom to you. No buffering over there. Thank you for letting me know. We had some buffering earlier, like on Twitch. It says we've only been live for 18 minutes, which is inaccurate. Very inaccurate. I don't know. Things happen. I see Annette interacting with us in Hooligans Alley, but I never see her in the chat anymore. Larry, wow, I just got called a terrorist on Facebook. Don't go to Facebook. That place is fucking trash. I don't know. I have a Facebook page that I write when we're going live and stuff, but I don't mess with Facebook. Censorship is still heavy over there. They're jealous of not being blue sky, I guess. It's so hot. I can feel the heat radiating off of me. Fodder, it's a storm coming your way. Power dipped a lot when it ran through here. I mean, it could be. Definitely could be. I'm looking forward to things cooling down because I'm tired of being hot. All right, hooligans, we're going to move into the fun stuff before I melt anymore. Like I said, we're going to be opening today's door of the Advent Calendar sent by Zero, and we got our 2 funny videos of the day. Of course, we're going to be raiding out at the end of the live, so we'll have to figure out who we're going to raid to today. But before we get into this, I'm going to remind you, hooligans, if you would like to support the live to keep us running, you're welcome to use the links in the description in order to send donations. You can do that by using PayPal, Cash App, Stripe, Zelle, Venmo, Locals, Buy Me a Coffee, or you can even send crypto. Let's go ahead and see what we're going to get from the Advent Calendar today. Oh, I'm always excited to see what we're going to get out here today. It is day 11. And let's see what we get. Let's see. Of course, we got one more Advent Calendar. I think it's got cat stuff in it. But after that, we're going to need to get some more. Let's see what we get today. I think we got another booster pack. That's always exciting. It's a mini booster. Cool. Let's see what we get. Oh. Ooh. It's so hot. This is what she looks like. That's what she looks like right here. Oh, it almost focused. You see that? Look at that. Never focuses for me. My camera's a female. Scarlet and Violet Twilight Masquerade. A fun pack. Okay, that's what they call these. Fun packs. That's what they do in the hearing or the meeting room for Congress. They go in the little meeting rooms, have themselves a nice little fun pack. Let's see what we get today. Alright, it looks like we got one foil, but we start off with this guy here. And as I said, it will not focus because my camera don't fucking listen. Yeah, second card out of the 3-pack right here. And then we got our foil here. Very nice. This guy's about to get sleeved up. Now I wish the damn camera would focus. It's not because I'm shaky. It's because my camera don't fucking listen. Oh, do it. There you go. Look at that. It's fucking slick. Thank you, Zero. Really appreciate you. Thank you so much. Klaus Daniels, you coming to work today? Come here. Come here. Come here. They want to see you're alive. He is not fucking moving. All right, we're going to get into the funny videos, and then I'm going to snatch up Klaus against his will. Give me a second here.
It's the pig I've been
Yeah, hold on a second. It's our first funny video of the day. This one's titled, AI is Getting Mean.
This is the pig I've been fucking.
That's not a pig, that's a duck.
I was talking to the duck.
Gotta blame the AI. Gotta blame the AI. It's not my fault. AI did it. This next one was provided by Simply Witchy. And this is titled JD Vance Going Off.
I mean, honestly, I couldn't give 2 shits if the guy's name is Jose, Alex,
Pepe, Panchito, Nacho Libre, Chachito, Cholito, Paposito, or whatever. I'm just saying he shouldn't be acting like a little bitch. That's all. I thought Mexicans were supposed to be tough. This guy's been crying like a little bitch for a week. I mean, honestly, I couldn't give two shits if the guy's name is Jose, Alex, Pepe.
Anyways, JD Vance going off there. Holy. Well, hooligans, that is all the coffee I had for you guys today. I'm gonna grab this Linktree link really quick. We're gonna drop it in the chat. We're gonna read through. We got the Pledge of Allegiance coming up next. Let's see if we got this figured out. There we go. Holy. Klaus, I swear to God, he speaks English and just ignores me. Klaus knew I was gonna snatch him up, so he ran away. It's so hot. So hot. Nick, fun packs in Congress, too accurate. Yeah. It's not good. It's fucking not good. Either way, hooligans, there's the Linktree link where all of my links are listed. So if you'd like to make donations, join membership programs, purchase any merch, really appreciate it. All of your guys' contributions keep us running every day except for Sunday, because we got to have a day to recharge those batteries. Definitely go join Discord. Discord is our free hooligan community. It's the best way to be notified every single time we go live. The hooligans are there keeping the conversation going 24/7, and we have 2 news boards to keep you up to date with everything going on around the world. So definitely go join Discord. If you're feeling real saucy, go join jeffmaclive.com. Over on the website, it is the best way to experience the live. Our built-in chat has more ability than any other platform. You can post memes and GIFs and custom emojis and links and all kinds of stuff right there while watching the live. You also have access to Hooligans Alley, which is our private social media area. You'll have access to the forums, the arcade, and our advanced messaging system with the built-in group chats. So definitely go get yourself a membership for jeffmaclive.com. It's the home of the hooligans. Like I said, we're going to read through really quick, and we got the Pledge of Allegiance coming up. And then we're going to be doing our raid, so don't leave yet over on Rumble. We got to figure out who we're raiding. What's up, Annette? Happy Freedom. Thank you for joining us over here on the live. It's so, what does it say? It is so hot here. I had just passed out on the floor from the heat, so I'm just watching on the tube and trying to stay cool. Take care and stay cool. But thank you for hopping in the chat, Annette, and please try and stay cool out there. It is a hot one today. Zero Power should be on soon. They're still working on it. Thank goodness, Zero. Guess I bought Fonzie's jacket, so I'm always cool. Well, I knew you were cool before you told me that. Now it's validated. Trying to read, I got sweat in my eyes. Russell, they call me Nacho Libre. I only know how to talk sexy to bitches and ask where the weed and liquor is. That's all the Spanish I know. I mean, what more Spanish do you need, really? But, yeah. Snooks, it's okay, Jeff. Just take your shirt off. I'm this close. I'm this close. Trying to get me to pull these tits out. Oh, I understand, Annette. You gotta take care of you. Stay cool out there. Done just hit 93. Gotta stay indoors now. Oh, thank you, Pumpkin. You're the bestest. Appreciate you, MU. Back Frank, no merch for Aussies. Really? The merch store? See, and I got another merch store I'm working on, but we're only going to be, I think, only shipping to the U.S. and Canada. Sorry to hear that, Beck Frank. Born to Eat Toast. Definitely not AI. No, that was not AI. That was a real duck. High Plains Glamour's not on. No, she was live earlier. High Plains Drifter raid Cat Dog. We just raided Cat Dog last, I think. I think last time we raided him. We'll see. We'll see here in just a moment. Glamour, imagine being hot. It's like virtual reality. I can really feel the sweat dripping. I can feel my balls sticking to my leg. Nah, not for real. I got this ice pack. This ice pack living. This is keep me alive right here. Appreciate you, Sage Pup. Thank you, Rappy. Toilet care hooligan nipple stickers. Wouldn't be naked. I mean, I guess. Put on the pasties. The hooligan badge on the tits. That's not going to cost me viewers. Nah. Meta, go JD, Jose Padilla, I can't even say it now. Padilla is a little whiny bitch. He is. I wonder if he's still doing interviews about how he got taken down in front of everybody. What's up, Stern? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Ulster boy? Happy freedom to you. Snooks, you sure don't know how to flirt. Balls stuck. Well, I wasn't trying to flirt. I'm not good at flirting. I'm not good at much of anything, but that's okay. That's okay. Thank you, Anna. I appreciate you. Thank you for being here, Hair Juicer. All right, hooligans, it is that time once again. Jeez, Snooks trying to tell me I don't know how to flirt. Just throw the wang on the table. Whoever picks it up is my new girlfriend. What are you talking about? Anyways, please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, we did the thing. I'm going to turn these beats back on. We're going to read through one last time just to make sure no hooligans are left behind. But we are wrapping this up. We'll be live again tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern time, for the very next Coffee with Hooligans. Oh, it's so hot. It's so hot. That's awesome picture, Zero. You got a UFO on the top of your flag? That's so badass. So cool. Guess the ice pack will shrink it. Hope you don't have a date tonight. No. Nobody wants to date me, buddy. Nobody wants to date a grown-ass man that screams at his TV for a living with a giant cat. Have you seen my cat? Got a bigger pussy than her. Ghostly confirmed. Jeff's not wearing pants. Well, I'm live. I mean, it is a day that ends in Y. Thank you so much, Fodders, for that $5 donation over on Rumble. You're a badass. Thank you so much for the support. It says, this heat got me knowing how a furry feels. Yeah, for real. Speaking of furries, where's this Klaus Daniels? See if I can snatch him up really quick. Proof of life. I don't know where he went. I'll be right back. We're going to grab the cat. Klaus McGee, where are you? They're going to think I ate you, buddy. You need to show yourself. Show you guys my son. Yes, he's just a little baby. It's just a little baby. Let him know how you feel, buddy. Tell him it's hot as fuck and you don't want to come to work today. Ain't that right? Y'all hold you like a little buffalo cat. Yeah, little baby buffalo cat. Yes. I told you guys I didn't eat him. He's just fine. And he's big like Porky Pig. Yes. Yes, piglet cat. Yes, look at this big beefy right here. It's the hooligan workout, right? You got to be fit to fight. These commies could get you at any time. Got to get yourself Klaus Daniels right here. It's one size fits all. 3 payments, $39.99. Yes, he's a good boy. He's a good boy. All right, big stuff. There you go. Who? We did the thing. We did the thing. All right, read through a little bit more. We're wrapping her up. It's hot. Father, he's so complacent. Yeah, he's used to this treatment. Zero, it's a solar light. Is it supposed to be a UFO or it just looks like a UFO? Guess I'm supposed to say, sweat baby, sex is a Texas drought. Me and you do the kind of stuff that only Prince would sing about. Wise words from Guess Some. Thank you so much. MU, just a little cross. Yeah, just a little bit. He's laying on the bathroom floor because it's got linoleum or whatever. It's hot. I need to give him his own ice pack to sit on. What kind of dad am I? Magic Moon, he's hefty, not fat. Okay, well, you got to tell that to the rest of the hooligans because they've been calling him fat. A little fat boy. I don't know. They mean. Meta, God made Klaus Daniels, and it was good. That's right. Appreciate you being here, Toy Mafia. All right, hooligans, we are good to go. Like I said, we will be live again tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern time for the very next Coffee with Hooligans. We're going to figure out who we're going to raid really quick, and we are wrapping this up before I pass away. Let's see who's live. Let's see. What about this guy? Have we raided this guy? We did raid this guy. What about Jordan Sather? Somebody was suggesting him before. Well, he's not really a small account, though. He's a big account. Maybe he's bigger than we are. Let's see. Let's see. Sage Pub Klaus is just fluffy. He's thick. He's a thick cat. He's stout. Why does InfoWars got like 5 channels that are live all the damn time on Rumble? Ceasefire hoax. It's kicking off. We're not raiding that guy's bullshit. Guess nah, AOC's not live to raid. You gotta buy tickets for that show. Is there anybody good to raid? Who are you guys suggesting? Totally Carry Klaus is just big boned. I know, I'm saying. Fighters, RT is doing the same thing. See, I wish, I don't know why people do that shit. Let's make a bunch of different channels and just be live all the time showing old shit. I don't know. I don't know what's worse, the fact that people do that or the fact that people watch it. What are these girls doing? Ah, they're playing cards. Was this a bad time to end the live or what? I think we're going to end up raiding Cat Dog again. Which is fine. He's a badass. Everything else is just a bunch of fake shit on here. Oh well. Can't go wrong with Cat Dog, right? He's only got 19 people watching him. He definitely deserves the raid. Giving Cat Dog the raid here. Alright, it's raiding time. How are we going to do this? Like this?
Oh, god damn it, I gotta do it again. What's up, Jeff Mac? I appreciate the raid, bro. I'm taking out one titty siren screaming bitches. I appreciate the raid, Jeff Mac. What's up, Get Some? I appreciate y'all coming out, baby. For the love of otters, bro. What's up, High Plains? Another Jeff Mac raid? We still sipping on the blood of our enemies and shit. I appreciate you, man. I hope you had a great stream, bro. I bet there was tons of content today. Alyssa, what's up? What's up? Tooled to Care, Sage, Dootin, what's up, man? Pumpkin, Sage, I appreciate you guys coming out, man. If y'all haven't smashed that like, baby, we getting shit done. I'm actually beating some ass tonight. Last time you guys raided in when I was playing this game, I was at a puzzle, bro. I appreciate you guys, man. What's up, Winston? Happy freedom, y'all. Happy freedom. I appreciate each and every single one of y'all coming out, man. Hell yeah, whoop whoop that ass. You already know, bro. We whooping ass. For the love of otters, I appreciate the follow. I did the thing. I appreciate you, man. Much love. I see you, Glenn. What's up? Appreciate you guys dropping in and spreading the love tonight. W's in the chat for the Jeff Mack raid. 1984 Winston. I appreciate you, man. Italian, what's up, brother? Why did Jeff Mack send you here? Because this is the fucking best gaming stream around right now. Are you kidding me? Zero, I appreciate you coming out, man. I did the thing. I appreciate you. Beating some ass. We got to see on the that on Grindr. Happy freedom, my feed. What's up? What's up, Crickle? Is that permanently on your face, or does it kind of does something for me? Hey, what can I say, Crickle? Just banner. Oh, shit. What's up, Something? Welcome to the chat. What's up, Ghost? I probably should ban her from the chat, huh? Jeff a hater? That's funny as shit. Don't worry, just tune in on the Fortnite tournament. You can watch me and Bubba dog walk Lumpy and Glam live. They're gonna be fucking eliminated 2 rounds in. It's gonna be fun. I can't wait. Looks like zombie Bowie makeup. We're dressed up. We got the war paint on, bro. We're a god of war today. What's up, Smay? I appreciate you coming out. Lumpy's playing Fortnite every single day. Yeah, it really looks like it. Sitting on my Jeep, charging my phone, power out again. Damn. It's
all right, hooligans. I told you, Cat Dog, he's badass. He is awesome. What a good raid. Definitely worthwhile here. We're going to read through really quick and we're wrapping her up. Just making sure everything is good to go. I can't believe he still got his war paint on. He's so awesome. When we play the game, like 6 people show up. I'm not painting my face for that. I'm just not. I have fucking zits and everything else. You see what I look like right now? I don't need more problems. I tell you. Agent O Jeff, a hater. I know. Mad. Agent O, was that Corinne? No, Corinne she's too good for us now. She's a White House correspondent, which is very interesting. I don't know how she was able to get into the White House, but she's been at the White House press briefings a couple times now within the last month or 2. I don't know when she became a White House correspondent. We were covering her press briefing, and Corinne was just randomly in the room, standing along the wall. Was shocked to see her. And if you go to her X page, that's all it talks about, is being a White House correspondent. Andreas, will you show the federal agents in LA protest tonight? I doubt there will be protests tonight. The only time they show anything in LA, it's like 2 o'clock in the morning here, and it's like 12 people waving flags. Otherwise, in Portland, they go live almost every night, but it's like 4 hours just to watch something happen that only takes place for 5 minutes. And it's kind of not worth it. So I don't know. The protests will kick back up. It's interesting how they died down, because the ICE raids have not stopped. Not at all. If anything, they've been expanded. They're given more priority now. So why did the protests stop? Why did the riots stop? Why'd they have a No King's Day that all of a sudden nothing was happening? It just doesn't make sense. It's all choreographed and stuff. Something else will happen. They'll kick back up, and we'll go back to covering them. But staying up till 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning just to see if people are going to be waving flags on the side of the road, it's just not really worth it. But we'll see how things go. Either way, we are wrapping this up. But like I said, we will be live again tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern time, for the very next Coffee with Hooligans. So go out there and enjoy your day. Get yourself some good food. I'm going to try and do the same, but please be safe and cool off. Do not die in this heat. I do not want to cover you guys in the news over bad things. So please stay cool. Thank you, Hooligans, for being here, helping me cover the news and making the news suck a little less. Huge shout out to everyone that made donations, joined the membership programs, or purchased any merch. I really appreciate all of you, Hooligans. And I wouldn't be able to do any of this if it wasn't for you. So thank you so much for all your support, and I'll see you on the next live. Until then, stand tall, shine bright, and that's a wrap.